man. Fuck my mic.
Wait, fucking life, why? Why fucking life?
I said my mic, not my life. I love my life.
Nothing but problems, huh?
Nothing but problems. Oh,
I try to unmute myself, and then I unmute myself, and it says go fuck myself.
Yeah, oh, well, you know what, though? Here's the thing. I know that, you know, everyone just watched a good gameplay thing from the high score, and it was probably very dark and upsetting. Lots of fucking Nazis being killed and Nazis killing other people. And
that's not dark and upsetting. That's damn near joyous occasion, brother.
I don't know, man. People were freaking out in the chat. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, apparently...
Oh, man, you think they freaking out in the DT chat, man. You should check out Children of Toast sometimes. There was an actual Nazi that left that group. And there was I saw digital fireworks, I swear to God.
Oh, man. Apparently he left, by the way. He made sure to announce it to everybody. So that's important, you know. Yeah, I know, right? What you say? No, by the way, too, I'm gonna go and show the YouTube chat right away with this one. Oh, look at that! Your face got bigger. That's awesome. I love when we do that.
Oh, Lord.
But people, no, it's a good thing. People, yes, I know Ganja Guru's in the chat. Welcome, Ganja Guru, to the show and everything. Oh wait, we got one in here. What the fuck? Garrett Smith. But dude, when are you gonna change your name? Because it's still Garrett Smith in there. That's not. Cool.
All right, here's the thing. I'm never changing this. Y'all just get used to trying to turn between the two. Garrett Smith is my government name. Ganja is who I represent on the MCA and Double Toasted. I am who I am right now.
I'm waiting for the day that Ganja going through TSA and it's like, sir, your name Ganja Guru. I'm thinking, shit.
And that's when I just put my hands up like, yes, I'm ready for the cavity search.
God, and why do you have to do it like that? Like, all cool, like, yo, hey, man, like, sorry about that, bro.
What am I gonna be like, man, these fucking assholes caught me. Like, I got busted. Like, be cool.
But you had to do it in a way of, like, I'm obviously, like, under the influence. I'm influenced by the MCA. Like, I'm sorry.
Hey, MCA's one hell of a drug, though. That's what they say.
Exactly, yeah, whatever the fuck y'all said. Allie, how you doing? Looks like you're cold as fuck over there.
You know, yeah.
And that has been Allie.
I know, it's like, yeah, absolutely.
Another message from...
Yeah, I know. Allison Verdun approves this message.
Yes.
No, man, but people... this one's going to be a short one. I mean, I know you guys saw the thumbnail. We got some Louis C.K. We got some fucking just perverts all over the place. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Lord. It's preverts.
Preverts. Yes, man. The like before and after. I don't know. It's something about pre. No jokes. I quit. You know what? Fuck the show. I don't want to do this anymore.
Get back over here. No.
That was the fastest we've ever ended the show.
First of all, you just had to say it. You didn't have to explain yourself. That's why you fucked up.
I'm tired,
That's
dude.
what you gotta learn. Ganja School of Comedy.
Dude,
just say bullshit and hope Alan don't call you out.
I was enjoying the high score right now. I was all into it, and we had to do a goddamn show. And I'm sick of talking about New York. I don't like New York. I hate the fucking place. I know we're gonna talk about that tonight in a big way. I'm sorry, Ganja. I'm sorry, Allie. I'm sorry, Alan. Sorry, Nick. Thank you. No, but. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that right now, too, but I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be back home. I'm glad to do the MCA once again. It's been a while, you know. I'm rusty as fuck. I am sleepy, and we will get into the swing of things, and I think a best way to get into the swing of things, too, is to discuss the rules, Ganja Guru, because, and probably speaking of the rules, before you get into that, because, you know, if you guys are going to be following rules, you have to get into the call. Now, Alan, why don't you tell them? You never do this before. Or you never usually do this, so why don't you tell them how to get into the call in the fucking first place?
Yeah, so basically you're going to see all of us in the chat just chatting, so just click on our names and send us a message, and when we want to get you in a call, we're going to send you back a message, and you'll see in the corner of your screen, whatever side of the earth you're on, blinking red and yellow, you open it up and enter the call.
Oh man, it's so bad.
I'm trying to change it up, man.
He was helping me out. He knew I was just trying to stall. Cause and all this time I was busy fucking around playing with the guitar and not fucking like getting the show ready. So my bad. That's my bad. I apologize, Alan. But you know what? We'll work on that. It's all good. Because hey, dude, Ganja, you gotta do the fucking rules, man. Oh, look at them thumbs. Yes.
Roll those rules up, motherfucker, so I can tell people how to join and be good inside the call. For example, rule number 1: newcomers join the call first. We're all about those fresh new spelling spaces. You know, those people we haven't seen in a while, or those people that's popping off for a little bit. You know, I fucked up that word. I don't give a damn.
That's okay.
Especially if y'all ran to me in New York. You know, I fuck up words all the time, especially when I'm intoxicated. Rule number 2: do not talk over each other. It makes no sense, and it's just plainly weird, like whatever the fuck you just did there. And it just ruins audio quality for later viewing. So please don't do it, guys. So please do not talk over each other. Rule number 3: please no nudity. This rule was broken at the New York party. We're not going to mention by what toasty, but the titties stay in during a live broadcast of the MCA because we're not on HBO. Rule number 4: do not give anyone else a link. We have a planned show that comes on for certain topics. Sometimes we want y'all to come and give your opinion. Sometimes we all want to shut the fuck up and just move on to the next subject. So, do not give anyone the link or you're gone and so are they. Rule number 5, read the rules. And Allie girl, I hope your mom is there for this one.
Don't be a dick.
Oh, wow. I get secret. And another thing to do, the 5th rule, is also to something, those new spelling maces.
What?
That's what he said.
God,
those
you
spelling
fucked that up. Like, I
could fuck that up hard.
I knew he fucked it up, but like he made up 2 words. Like that is
Like,
incredible.
You're trying to make fun of me, but you end up making fun of yourself. You played.
What are you talking about? That's what you fucking said.
Yeah, but it
Spelling-
makes you look like you just lost your shit on the chat room.
Dude,
Said
that's
ganja.
literally what you said.
Oh,
Don't try to put this back on me, motherfucker.
I'm trying, motherfucker. I don't want to be blamed for
You're
my
failing. We had
shit.
this recorded.
Fuck you.
No, and Adrian, we're not talking about you. I mean, we're talking the people that we are talking about is somebody that's in the Double Total community. But you should be able to remember though. If you're saying like my titties stayed in, I think it shouldn't be you think. You should know whether or not you really did pull your titties out. So yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff flowing around that fucking last party, man. Who knows what the fuck happened?
Man, but and someone said something too about like Milo. I forgot what it was, but yeah,
Milo
like,
wasn't there.
I you know what,
No, I
Dijon,
know.
you were right. If you listen closely, you could hear the spirit of Milo among all the drunk casters going, pull the titty out.
oh, that's who it was, Dejan. Yeah, he said like who pulled the Milo, which by the way, Milo never pulled the titty out.
Dejan.
Oh,
Stupid.
yeah. Dejan, man.
Oh, I'm so glad you're in the chat right now, brother. I wish we could bring you on to defend yourself, but your internet sucks, and we talked about that in New York. But, Alan, why'd you put my man on blast and made him get his ass kicked by Corey Coleman?
In my defense, I really got nothing. I thought it was funny.
All right, some context for you people that weren't at the New York event. Basically, Dijon came up to Corey and was like, yo, man, I heard about that old man strength. Corey found that offended. And this little fucking trouble starter called Birdman came right up, was talking about, y'all should judge it in an arm wrestling contest. I'm in the back enjoying my time with other toasties, hitting my vaporizer full of good tobacco products. And I just see a bunch of audience members just come out of nowhere.
Too, man. It was like,
and it just put their phones and just started filming a random arm wrestling match out of fucking nowhere.
Man, Tad's a little bit more detailed of the story. So basically what happened is, yeah, there's always a circle around Corey of people just wanting to get in and chill and take photos, whatever.
Yeah.
Dijon walks up, and that's when they have the discussion. Like, oh, I got the old man strength. So I'm like, let me see if I can cause some chaos. I'm like, yo, y'all should arm wrestle. Y'all should arm wrestle. They're like, well, there's no tables around. I point to a table behind me. I pull that shit between them. I'm like, hey, go arm wrestle. Have some fun. And then literally like 50 people just like appeared out of nowhere with their fucking phones. Like, I don't know how these people got out here. And I'm sorry, Dijon. I am sorry. I feel like that was kind of.
No, why are you pausing Dijon? He got his ass kicked, man. I've never seen someone lose so fucking easily at arm wrestling competition. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to be the next one to challenge Corey because watch me do it. I was just watching a man be like, yo, let me do this shit. I got your ass. Go from like, I'm ready to like, oh my God, I'm about to lose. Oh my God, I'm about to lose. Oh my God, I'm about to lose. For like straight solid 10 minutes. It was hilarious.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, I did not see this, but
it was quick, man. It started quick, it ended quick.
But no, and you're right too about the people being over there, man. Like this is actually footage from Red Robot Keen's YouTube. So Raheem, thank you very much for this fucking just you. Yeah, Toki Pop. Man, can you pick a fucking name? Like that's the thing. This dude has like 3 different names. I
didn't notice it was Raheem till like the last day. And he just said, yeah, Raheem. I'm like, what the fuck? I did not notice you at all, man. And I was seeing him the whole time.
No, man, it was crazy though. But like, yeah, I'm looking over here too, man. Man, these people, I really do think that Corey at this point, Double Toast in general, could definitely have a much bigger place. Because man, these places were fucking just too enclosed. Like I'm touching every fucking person there is. Shit sucked. I fucking hate being around that many people.
That wasn't supposed to be a big thing. That was supposed to be the small meet and greet, like to show the next day that they fit as many people as they fucking could. Like.
Yeah, I think there's even some non-Double Toasted fans that came in too, and it just got even more insane. You know what I mean? So.
Oh no, I was off smoking my vaporizer, and some dude come on by, yo man, I never seen that place packed. What's going on in there?
Damn, yeah, holy shit. So I guess Double Toast is making some moves, man. You know, fucking A, but no, man.
You know who was making some moves until the alcohol kicked in? Because I just saw him pop up in the chat. Hey, little Ragnarok, baby, what you doing, man? You still feeling that hangover?
You tried to kill him. That's what happened.
All right, no. First of all, I didn't try to kill him. Ragnarok came up to me, yo, ganja, man, I want to have a good time, man. I never party so hard, you know. I'm always looking out for others, man, because I'm a good dude like that. And I was like, all right, little Ragnarok. So you know what? Tonight's your night, man. I'm gonna get you shit faced tonight. We're gonna go drink for drink. You ready, little Ragnarok? Yeah, Ganja, let's do it, man. I think by the 5th shot, I think he was regretting his decision every time I came looking up for him. I was like, yo, little Ragnarok, let's go, man. One more. Okay, Ganja. One more, little Ragnarok. Come on. Okay. By the 6th shot, homeboy looked like the final dude from Punch Out. Where you about to do the last uppercut move, Nick? Just wobbling. Because
by the 4th one, I was like, you're cut off. Like, I was trying to tell him, you're cut off. I don't know what the hell your dad is, but you are cut off right now.
And he just wobbling. He come walking to me. I was like, hold on, little Ragnarok. I grabbed his shoulder. I'm like, little Ragnarok, all right. No, you're not going to drink anymore tonight, man. You fucking wasted. I'm wasted. But, you know, I props to you, man. You went fucking 8 to fucking 9 shots with me back to back, bro. I'm proud of you. You know, I've hung out with dudes fucking taller than you, way hell more than you, and still haven't gone back to back with me. And Ali can testify to that.
Oh, man.
But I went like this. If you take this one more shot of this vodka, you're going to be a legend, and I will never fuck with you for the rest of my life, man. He was like, I'm ready, Ganja. Let's do it, brother. I pull the shot out. I give it to him. He's fucked up. Eyes not even open. Like, I was ready for him to throw it up, honestly. So he puts it up to his nose, falls straight back into the couch. Alan, with the moves straight like out of a fucking bird novel, comes up and just grabs the shot as the dude falls like, I got it.
Because if he got up, because this is where I come into the story, because I'm trying to keep an eye on little Ragnarok, because he's like, oh, I don't want to get too messed up. I want to be out of here by midnight. So I have to keep an eye on him because I don't want Ganja to try to kill his ass. So when I see him at the bar for the 5th time, I'm like, oh, no, not again, not again. So I see that, grab him, like, okay, we're going out now. Like, we're leaving.
You didn't have to grab him out. The dude literally runs out, jetting. I'm like, oh, he's running away drunk. Go get him, Alan. Fucking gone. You had to take him to what? Back to his Airbnb, like a wounded soldier, bro.
Oh man, because the thing is, like I said, I wasn't any better than he was. I was essentially almost in the same position he was. So I'm like, I gotta try to get him home, and I'm kind of sweating too. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck you live. I don't have an address. I got nothing. But luckily, he's like, no, I memorized the route before I got here. I know exactly where we're going. I'm like, oh, okay.
By the way, how the fuck did he remember? Like, that's amazing to me.
Survivalistics, man. You never forget them, even when you're shit-faced.
Yeah, because he told me, like, oh, before he even got up to the t.b.d, he, like, walked back and forth and memorized the exact route, which I was glad because I'm terrible at directions. So I was just kind of like, he's just like, oh, yeah, we got to go up here for a left, then a right. We got to take a left here. I'm like, okay. And this is the best part. The best part. We're 2 minutes away, and he goes, I remember this place so well because it's right in front of a precinct.
Oh, damn.
I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, in front of a precinct, huh? Okay. In my head, I'm like, oh, fuck, we're going to get arrested.
You're going to walk home severely drunk by a police station? You know you're going to end up in county for, like, public intoxication, right?
Yeah, well, I told him, like, okay, when we get there, no talking, just walk slow and no talking. We do not want to get in trouble. Luckily, we got in and we went quick too. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's fine. Let's get inside. Got him upstairs, made sure he had some water, and then, no, I went to get him. Yeah, this is what happened. So I put him in his room, and I was like, I want to make sure you get some water. So he had just a bottle of Coke lying around. I dumped it out, got him some water. He came back, he was in his pajamas. I'm like, okay, you know what? You're fine now. If you can dress yourself, you're good. So I just gave him his bottle of water, and I made my way back to the t.b.d.
Yeah, man, and all I know is, like, I was just so scared because it was dark, and it's New York, it's Brooklyn. And the thing is, like, Alan, like, I mean, you're not as small as what people were saying. I actually got to just put that out the right way. Alan's actually a really handsome-looking dude. And, like, I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. He gets all the girls. By the way, like, in Austin, too, this dude was, like, dancing with, like, a bunch of chicks and everything. Wait, what? Jester, what you doing right now? I saw you in the corner of my fucking eye. What were you doing?
I ain't doing shit, man. Keep on the story.
No, so
I always take Ganja down a notch. So Ganja's like, I gotta get ready to take Alan down a notch.
No, but yeah, dude, like, no, it's really cool. Like, you're like a fucking superhero. Like, Alan would just go running all over the place. I actually wasn't feeling it. I was actually hiding in the corner, like, in the shadows. And Alan, every fucking, like, 2 minutes, like, hey, dude, are you okay? Is everything all right? Do you need something? Do you need some water? I was like, dude, I'm good. Like,
yeah, because the one time so Nick had literally nothing there but water. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get him a water with lemon from the fucking bar. He was expecting that shit. Like he's a fucking, like, what was it? Some sort of diplomat. And he's like, am I going to get poisoned by this? Like, he's like, to everybody, like, is this good? Is this good? I'm like, it's a fucking cup of water, man.
But who puts lemon in fucking water?
Nick, what do you thought? I just gave him like, hey man, I threw a hash pill in this. He won't trust me.
Yeah, like what did he expect?
You know, what the thing is too is I was chilling with Allie and Jet, and I actually was gonna give it to Allie, but I was like, nah, she's not gonna risk the drinking thing. So I gave it to Jet, and I was still scared because she was like, yo, like this is fine. There's no alcohol in here at all. And I was like, you know what? I don't fucking trust your ass either. Like, I really did not trust anybody.
Man, I kind of wish I got a hold of that drink and threw a fucking hash pill in there. I would.
Yeah, that's why I made sure like, I got it quick.
Oh, dude, that would have been fucking not good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, but no, it was awesome. Like that first place, a t.b.d. place. I mean, just meeting people and everything too. You know, like just meeting Julian for the first time and things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Adrian, girl, you drink like a motherfucker.
Adrian, you are the definition of white girl wasted with some hints of rehab possibilities.
God damn it, man! Like Adrian is a different person. I was not expecting that at all.
I was used to it from Austin.
Oh, well, she was like that in Austin too, I guess.
Oh, just as.
No, she got way wasted in New York, bro. I think she was way more shit-faced at the bars we went to this time around, which amazes me because alcohol is way more cheaper in Texas, so she was spending a good minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
yeah, trust me, I know it.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, dude, it was fucking badass. I really enjoyed that stuff. Even, like, that first day that I was actually not digging a whole lot of things, especially because that fucking train and me almost falling down because I forgot to hold onto the bars while that shit was moving.
Yeah, don't worry, I got your ass. I was like, shit, he's about to fall. Let me just fucking
catch
this motherfucker.
Literally, I'm like over there just like chilling, about to pull up my phone, like, oh, I guess I'll just hang down the train.
Oh, my favorite part was when we were waiting on Allie the whole fucking time. We're like, yeah, is this our train, Allie? Yeah, this is our train.
Okay, can I make a mistake once? Like, I didn't make a mistake the rest of the time, all right?
Right, but it was a funny mistake.
Oh, no, hold on. All right, it was the last night, y'all. It was around 9 o'clock at night. Me, Allie, and Allie were hanging out with
the trains, though, okay? And I didn't find a place.
The good one, Allie. And she was like, yo, I want to get something good to eat. So let's find this fucking bakery spot. I was like, cool. I'll get some beer on the way home. Everybody wins. She had us walk around a circle of Grand Central Station. Ended up at the bakery. Was like, nah, I don't want this spot. We ended up hitting about 5 different corners around New York till we ended up at the same spot.
Looking at me like, you shouldn't eat it. You should not eat this. Like, this is in Grand Central Station. Don't eat it. And I'm like, he was just like pressuring me. I was like, fine, I'm not going to eat it.
You had us walk around the whole goddamn subway tunnels for this breakfast.
You know what? You guys burn some calories. It's all good.
Hey, you forget.
Hey, I may be a fat fuck, but I want to lose weight on my time.
Yo, you also forget we walked by a perfectly good bakery that was literally lit up, like saying, Allie, come here, buy me.
There were only cupcakes, though. I didn't want cupcakes.
There were macaroons, though. I saw macaroons.
I don't want macaroon. I already had some macaroons. Dang it.
Well, that was our time. That was our time of the year.
I'm looking for a genuine bakery, okay?
Yeah, we settled for like a Starbucks knockoff.
And I'm trying to keep up with your ass because you fucking get this fucking fire in your ass that you're walking like a fucking speedster.
No,
you were part of the New York Marathon.
You guys are freaking slow. Even Chris and Goodwin complained.
Man, Allie, okay, so
we're hanging out enjoying the city, man. We ain't trying to fucking run to every destination.
This is the funniest thing that happened. Me and Allie were
like 5 blocks like behind us, and we have to wait for y'all to cross the street. Whole freaking cycle.
Okay, so at one point, me and Allie are having a conversation. I can't remember what we were talking about. We just was a short little conversation. We're walking halfway through the conversation. She's like 5 feet in front of me. I'm like, we're talking here. Why are you in front of me?
No, like, the thing is like, I will admit, like, we are all slow, but we would be a lot faster. It's just, like, it's fucking New York. Like, there's only one thing to do that's actually okay, and it's looking at all the lights and just, like, taking in the fucking place, because that's the only thing that New York has to offer other than the smell of human shit. So...
Oh, you forgot to smell human urine, too. That was also a good
and then walking into a dude that's literally peeing behind one of the fucking signs. Remember that shit? I think it was Alan and Eddie that was with me with that one. Right outside of Times Square, there was a dude like literally pissing behind a fucking advertisement.
Oh, how about when we were waiting for the train, we literally had this one rat claw on the fucking what is that? The train tracks looked straight at us like he was a greeting party for the New York tourist industry, talking about, "Good guys, welcome to New York. I'm about to cheese it, man. Bye."
Yeah.
Man. I was eyeing that fucking rat, man. If that rat fucking comes on the track, I'm kicking that shit in front of the train, man.
How about the fucking pigeon that tried to jump me on the way to the National Museum?
Oh, you want people jumping you, man. How about when we were outside the Disney store and I'm just checking my phone?
Oh, yes.
So we go to the Disney store and we're just looking around and I was like, oh, I want to find a place to eat. My phone was fucking up a little bit, so I was trying to fix the issue. I look up and all I see is this guy with a cigar like an inch in front of me, just almost bowled me over. I jump to the fucking left and all I see is Jet and Nick laughing their asses off.
I literally had tears. I was laughing so fucking hard, dude. That shit was so funny.
Man was just like determined to stay in the exact straight line that he was walking. Anyone who was in his path, he would stop and wait for them to move.
Dude, that motherfucker was mentally ill. You could tell because he had this. He wasn't even like smoking a cigar. He had like all this like tobacco balled up.
Yeah.
And he was just chewing on it with these other like fucking.
It wasn't even like lit.
He was just like.
It was so
dude,
fucking
that
weird,
shit was
man.
Creepy. He was like, he looked like a
No,
fucking
my favorite reaction
scare.
is you, Allie. How many times you deal with crazy people?
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I've been to New York several times before. It's not the most craziest person I've seen. I'm used to it.
Man, as much as Dick hates the subway, I like the subway. Like, I actually really enjoyed New York a lot. One of my favorite things about it was everything's within walking distance. Like, we went across the city just to go see, to restaurants and stuff. And it was like a 5 or 6 minute journey because all we had to do was walk to a train station, take a train, walk somewhere else. Like, I really enjoyed that. One of the weirdest things that happened on the train is I'm just sitting there and I'm just, looking around. And out of the corner of my eye, some guy just comes through the fucking door. And I almost jump out of my fucking...
Oh, that was so funny. You're like, whoa!
It's like, what is up with this? I didn't know you could go through the... I was like, there's separate compartments. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, separate compartments. I didn't think you could walk through them like this was like an actual, like above ground train. I thought they were just there for, like, maintenance or something.
Well, that makes sense that you got scared because, like, the dude came out of nowhere. I went to fucking Madame Tussauds Wax Museum with Goodwin and Grits and Allie and Jet, and they had this 4D movie playing that was, like, these Marvel heroes. And for you guys that don't know, like, 4D rides, they spray water and they have, like, air pressure and they make you feel like stuff's happening like what's going on in the movie. And, like, the whole time we're watching it, and, stuff's happening on the screen. We get air pressure. And at some point, they start spritzing water. And you just hear Jet and Allie, like, made out of fucking sugar. Everyone else is laughing in the audience. And then there's this one scene where Spider-Man gets hit in the back from one of the villains. And you feel it in the, like, they have this, like, pressurized thing in the back. And it jolts you a little bit. I get jolted. I'm like, oh, cool. That was cool. In my ear, I hear, ah! I look over. Allie's just fucking screaming.
Hey, that was not me. For the last time, that was not me. I was like, whoa.
That was
like
you.
I was like, whoa. No, there's a woman behind us, like 2 rows behind us. She was like, ah! Like that woman.
Yes.
Because the group started laughing behind us. That was not me.
Man, I swear to God, I thought that was you. I was laughing my ass off.
No,
the woman directly behind Allie that no one could see.
No, because I would remember if I freaking yelled like that. I was surprised because I was expecting it, but like I didn't scream to the top of my lungs. I was definitely someone from behind.
Oh man!
Damn!
Yeah.
Don't ever go watch Saw in 4D, man.
Oh no shit! Right? I would lose her crap.
No, but when that shit was happening too, man, me and Alan and Eddie were just walking through.
Oh,
Times
we went on
Square.
our own adventure.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and you motherfucker.
So, man, okay, so we didn't want to go to the Wax Museum. We honestly just we were feeling a little bit tired. So we're like, honestly, we're just going to head back to the crib. So I get my Google Maps. I'm like, okay, we know where we're going. The thing is I was watching Allie navigate through the subway system. And I was like, okay, this isn't too much different than me dealing with public transportation in my city. It's with trains. So I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can navigate us back home. So we make our way to Grand Central Station, and we make our way to the train, and it's like the 7 to wherever we need to go. The thing is, I didn't know if trains went back and forth on the same tracks or how trains really kind of work. So we hop onto the fucking train, and I'm like, let me look at the electronic thing because that says the next stop. I didn't see it right away that the next stop was Grand Central Station. I'm like, oh, we're on the wrong train. I get my ass off and saying, we're on the wrong train. The fucking door closes in front of Eddie and Dick are on the train, and I'm outside, and I'm just like, no. And
I'm looking at Alan, dude. Like, literally, I'm like, dude, come back. And then, like, literally just stops right between me and fucking Alan. I'm just like, no.
And Resident Evil movie, I get trapped, and they're like, no, leave me.
And it was like the last train that you guys were going to see each other just waving each other off like, bye.
Dude,
I was trying to open it, too, and the train kept moving. I'm like, oh, God, no.
And Eddie looks at me. Eddie was just, because I was already mad. And Eddie looks at me, and I'm just like, dude, fuck New York! And I just screamed it, like, at the top of my lungs, and Eddie is, like, laughing so fucking hard.
I bet. You got a live Nick Diaz performance where you lose your shit over something so trivial.
Dude, I was fucking bitching the whole time. I'm just like, man, the fucking train and the goddamn. Why does it say the fucking thing on top of the shit?
It was really bad for Nick because like Nick came with me and Jet when we wanted to do some shopping, and we were on our way back to. No, we were on our way back to the hotel, and we went on the train when it was like really rush hour. So the train literally was just like full of people. Like you could not move anywhere. People were on top of each other. It's just like that Seinfeld episode.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, where a lady's just stuck with all these people on the train and the train breaks down. But yeah, it was just like that. Everyone was just everywhere. You could not move. I could just saw Nick's face like, oh my God, I can't stand this.
No, this is literally like what I was going through. It's just like this fucking shit. Like,
there was much less room on the train.
Yeah,
man.
That's a lot more room.
Much less room.
That was a set.
But,
man,
oh God, I hate that fucking
that's
train.
the thing. One of the things I liked about because Allie kept warning me about New York. Oh, do this, do that. I'm like, when I got to New York, I'm like, honestly, this isn't any different than anything normal in the big city. Keep up with the crowd. Don't, walk too slowly. Make sure you're on the left or the right side. I'm like, it's not too different than a regular city, especially the fucking transportation system. So we get on the train, and we're all sitting, and I see a bunch of they either were tourists or they were old. But I'm like, okay, you guys are not hanging onto this fucking railing. You're going to fall when the fucking train's moving. I put my phone away getting ready. As soon as that fucking train goes, someone would just fucking start sliding, and I had to fucking catch her ass.
Man, Alan, I give you props on your fucking instincts, bro. Because me and Jet were sitting down, and the whole time we cared about ourselves. We were like, man, I hope this bitch don't drop our coffee on us, man. That bitch looks like she just got some fresh coffee. That shit's gonna burn. I don't want to look like fucking Two-Face walking out the subway. And then sure enough, Alan's smart. He's being a hero. That girl falls. He catches her straight from the hip. And she grabs all her stuff. It was like the scene out of Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. Just like, I was waiting for her to catch more stuff and be like, what's your number?
Oh man!
No matter what city you're on the planet, people don't know how to fucking hold on to moving vehicles.
I wish you were able to keep that instinct when we were at breakfast that one day.
Oh man! Other stories. Nick, remember that one time?
No. Rewind.
I snitched out. I snitched out another Toasty. I snitched out Max. I snitched out Jet and Allie, possibly. And I've snitched out myself on multiple occasions. Now it's your turn, Mr. Bird.
Damn it.
For you guys at home, y'all don't know, sometimes I bring herbal supplements to these parties to bring up the hype. So it was Alan's first time trying one of these herbal supplements. He wanted to try it. I had got him a lower dose so he would have a great time. So I was like, yo, man, eat this. We're going to go to breakfast, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to go to the Natural Museum of Science. We're just going to have a great time. You can check out some good exhibits. We're going to trip our balls off, laugh, giggle, whole 9 yards. She's like, all right, Ganja, I'm ready. Pops it. I pop a few of mine, and we go to breakfast. Normal for the first 20 minutes. We're all having a good time. And matter of fact, Alan even looks at me like, yo, man, I don't feel anything, Ganja. I might have to take more later. Like, I'm not feeling anything yet. It's probably low dose. Maybe 15 minutes go by, and Alan's just staring at his food. Memorized. Like if the fucking hamburger started talking to his ass. And I'm like, Alan, you all right? He's like, yeah, man, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm fine. So he's starting to reach over for the ketchup, and from what Nick told me, I guess he was fiddling with it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, basically what I was doing is I noticed he was like looking at it really weird. So to fuck with him, I decided to take his red cup of fucking soda and switch it with the ketchup. I didn't think it was actually gonna work.
So he switches the ketchup, and Alan just starts going, man, you fucking sucked my ketchup for me, man. And he takes off running to the back. I chase after him because I think, okay, first of all, this is just kicking in, and this is going to be great. So I follow him to talk to him, try to bring him back down. We come back, and everyone is still giggling their ass off that this man fucking lost his shit over ketchup. Like, I'm talking about little baby tears, y'all. Like, if we stole, like, a pet from him. Like, if I told him, like, yo, man, you ain't never getting Penelope back, and she gone. Like, it broke his heart. So we come back, and we're trying to cheer him up. We're trying to talk to him. All right, Alan, you're going to come with me, man? You feel a little bit better? Yeah, Ganja, yeah. From you told me you don't remember any of this part. We separated because Allie and Jet wanted to go buy something, and Nick was just going to fucking hang out with them. And me and Alan were going to check out the museum because fuck that shit. We ain't going to the forest. So I'm like, all right, Alan, you ready to go on this grand adventure, man? We're going to go check out the museum. It's going to be a great time. Alan is fucking losing his shit on me, y'all. The whole fucking walk. I'm talking about like stereotypical stoner thoughts. Like, yo, man, society's all construction, man. We're forced by society to follow these rules and these social laws, but actually they don't mean a thing, man. We're free to do whatever we want, man. And that freedom terrifies me, Ganja, because I don't know when I want to do what I want. And I'm high too, so I'm looking at him like, yeah, damn, dude, like, this is just me, calm down.
Pretty sure I quoted Assassin's Creed at some point.
Oh, yeah, you started going on this whole Assassin's Creed rant talking about everything is permitted. Something. Like I was okay. He's going deep. Like he started to quote movies. He's starting to see reality is not real. Let's go cheer out this park real quick. And as we're chilling this park, it gets deeper somehow. Like he's like talking about his life, family stuff that I'm not gonna go into because that's his personal business. And he's just opened up to me. And at some point, he's like, "Yo, man, this is great therapy. This is why people do drugs, man. I get addiction, y'all. I get addiction, Ganja." But I really want this to stop. So I'm like, okay, you don't get addiction because you want this shit to stop. That's not the point. So we continue to walk. I'm lost because the GPS don't mean fucking shit in New York City. Yes. If y'all want to get around, get a fucking map. I'm talking about a legit fucking map that you like fold out.
Compasses and pins everywhere, man.
Like little landmarks, because you will get lost trying to use GPS. So I'm trying to use the GPS to get to this fucking museum, and Alan is giggling his ass off and losing his shit. I end up making a few wrong turns, and I end up in the central of Hell's Kitchen with Alan high as fuck. I don't realize we're in the middle of Hell's Kitchen until we're hitting all these bodegas, and I have people trying to sell me shoes that I know are made from Chinese stop labor. And as we're walking through this, Alan's putting on music because I've been telling him, yo, man, if you want to calm down, listen to some music, it'll help. And he's just got his phone out, maybe like 6 inches away from his phone, just trying to select the next track. I bump his shoulder. I was like, yo, Alan, not here. Not here. Put your phone away. Huh? Oh, shit. So we're walking through Hell's Kitchen. He's losing his mind. And he's like, yo, Ganja, man, I feel so good, bro. Like my fingertips, my toes are tingling. My best way to describe this is a constant orgasm throughout my body. And I'm looking at him like, I'm so jealous I don't feel this shit no more. I'm just regularly high. He's fucking experiencing God right beside me, and I'm lost. So at least I'm not experiencing no fucking fun out of it. So finally, he's like, yo, man, I'm coming down. I'm lost. We end up not finding the museum. We just end up taking it towards the Hell Kitchen high as fuck. I'm like, fuck this. Let's go to a fucking Subway. Head back home. We're in the Subway. Everything's fine. And Alan, you want to tell this? Because apparently I thought you were sober after this point.
Jesus Christ. So when I said I was coming down, I was still like woozy. So one of the things that Ali called me out for halfway through the thing is my world was spinning like this. Like I felt like my head was going side to side. So I kind of wanted to make sure that it was in my head a reality. So I put my hand like in front of my face. And Ali's looking at me like, the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I
thought you were about to throw up. Like,
yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting that.
And then he kept looking like towards me too, and I was like, dude, don't you fucking throw up on me, you motherfucker.
No,
like,
I didn't feel that way, but I'm just like, I'm trying to concentrate. So I'm still like the whole time we're walking, I'm having to focus on Ganja, and luckily he's wearing a red shirt, so he's really easy to spot in the crowd. If he was wearing gray, I would have lost him in a minute.
Yeah.
So we go underground, and I'm still wobbly. So Ganja, in his infinite wisdom, says, "Hey, you know what would be great for Alan? Moving beside a moving fucking train with like this much space in between us and the moving train." And I remember like being fucked up and going, "You fucking idiot! What the hell is wrong with you?" So he's already at the fucking pass at the stairs. I'm like, one wrong move, I'm dead. So I'm hanging onto the fucking girders, going, "Okay, next." Keep hanging on. Eventually, I make it. And I just look at him and go, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you think this was a good idea?"
And I'm looking at him like, "Yo, man, you said you were sober." He's like, "Nah, man, I fucking lost my mind back there."
Oh my God,
fucking hey, man.
Oh no, I had another victim of those herbal supplements. If you remember,
yes.
Oh shit.
A certain double toasted rat. It was a New Yorker. He more from like Austin based. Y'all might know him with the last name Valley. Guys, usually I bring stronger stuff. I'm not advertising. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop doing this. There's actually an announcement for that. I'm done with this. So the fact that everyone keeps asking me for these shits and it's starting to become public knowledge, I'm actually done with it because you guys are letting this be public note, and I'm not going to jail for y'all like that. So this is the last story that I'm probably gonna ever have with this. Mr. Valley tried one of my herbal supplements. And last time, I guess he didn't feel them when he felt them. So I was like, here, man, take 2 and enjoy yourself. These are lower doses, so let me know if you need to take a little more. We're all hanging out. It's all of us, Goodwin, Grits, and Ray. We're all hanging out. And Grits. We're all hanging out. And at one point, Will starts looking straight and just starts. That's
not an exaggeration. He started laughing his ass off.
I'm sitting next to him and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And he's like, he lifts himself in and he's like, can you check my pulse? I'm like, oh yeah. Can you check my pulse? I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I need to know if my heart is beating extremely fast. And I'm like, okay. So I checked his pulse and it was a little fast, but it wasn't anything like crazy or terrible. So I was like, no, you're fine. It's a little fast, but nothing too severe. He's like, okay. And then like 5 minutes later, hey, Goodwin, can you check my pulse?
Yeah, I remember that part.
He was like, yeah, it's fine.
Well, then, and a certain rapper from Austin, Texas was there. And then he took some stuff too. And then literally he gets on his phone. He goes, hey,
yo,
man,
you like Jurassic World?
No, y'all told that wrong. We were literally all having conversations about a movie and shit, joking around. Everyone's having their own little dialogue. And this rapper picks up his phone, looks at all of us. Like he's still part of the conversation, goes, yo, man, you like Jurassic World? And Alan just looks over, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah, because he pulls out his phone and it's not like, hi, hello. He literally goes, yo, you like Jurassic World? I was like, what did you say? And God is looking at me like, yeah, he just called somebody, asked if you like Jurassic World.
No,
everyone just started
I
laughing.
feel like they were hearing voices in their head because Will was like, there's like no one talking over there. And then I'm like sitting next to Will and then Will's just like, huh, what'd you say?
Man, that's the thing. Like, I looked at Ray's phone. He did call somebody. I don't know who he called, and I don't know if they like Jurassic World, but he called somebody.
No, and then like what Eddie was saying too, like, yeah, dude, there's a part. Will was looking at this commercial and laughing his ass off, just going like, the cartoon characters they look like corn.
The Rick and Morty, Mr. Poopy Butthole. He kind of looks like corn. It's like, he looks like corn.
Man, dude, I swear to God,
man. How about when he just stared into the distance for like 5 minutes a few times, where he's just like,
yeah, like it was fucking weird.
Oh man, Jet didn't tell me this shit till afterwards, but like Jet was like, man, Will told you to shut up. I'm like, what? Yeah, because at one point me and God just left to walk around a little bit, and apparently Will goes, man, that red guy needs to shut up.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man, the best part is when he's leaving, he goes, yo man, how long does this take for this shit to wear? And I was like, yo man, maybe 3 to 4 hours. Try to go to sleep, eat something, you might get better.
Oh, apparently. Oh, go ahead.
No, from what you told me, Nick, in the conversation the next day, he called me up. He's like, yo, man, I'm still feeling it. I went to fucking Narnia last night.
Dude, he kept sending me weird texts. He was like, man, I went to heaven. I think I saw God last night. Like, like literally. And then I actually called him on speaker just for him to thank Ganja. He's like, thank you for taking me on another. Thanks for taking me to another dimension, Ganja. I haven't been able to. I'm a different person now.
He had a coming to God moment. And what's weird, Nick, is I usually bring stronger stuff, and this killed both him and Alan. And I am very confused.
Oh, man. It's.
I'm more confused for Will because he said he already kind of experimented. And I turned to you, I'm like, are you sure he's been through this before?
Oh, my favorite was the rapper when he was like, yo, man, I might want to take more, but looks at Will's like, I don't know if it's just taking a while to kick in, so I'll wait.
Yeah, man.
That was crazy.
I was actually thinking about taking one until I started seeing how Will was acting. I was like,
oh bullshit, man. I don't believe you were even considering that shit for a moment.
Fuck that shit, Nick. You got to learn how to crawl before you walk, bitch. You better start on some joints before you do that shit. That's nah, man. That's like, you know how some people say like, yo, man, I smoke weed. It ain't nothing like the movies. When you eat it, that's when it becomes like the movies.
I will say though, man, one thing because Ganja likes to go all out for these things. Like, I mean, you guys remember like last year, like not like the Austin party from like a few months ago. I mean, like last year where he had his own like fucking penthouse suite fucking thing going on. Like Ganja goes all
dungeon
out.
as Goodwin called it.
Yeah, and the thing is, dude, like you always go out for these things and spend a lot of money on this shit, and you actually got champagne this time around. And
oh no, don't tell this story.
No, because I'm not going to discuss my thing. I'm not discussing my thing. I just took a little tiny sip, and I gotta say, dude, I don't know what's the deal with people liking that shit. Like, I do not understand it, man. Like, we had Heineken that last day, and that shit tasted so much better than, like, the super expensive...
dude, that tasted like... That was like rat piss.
Like, honestly, from this moment forward...
Bitch,
like,
don't you diss my beer?
Beer's better than fucking any other expensive thing, man. I gotta tell you. Like, we gotta stick with Heineken. I mean, I don't know, man.
I approve that message.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, man, but I don't know. Eddie, he's like, yeah, try a beer for the first time that night. Yes, I did. But yeah, man, like I said, though, it was fucking awesome. I loved all the shit. I loved hanging out with you guys. Fucking, yeah, man. It's just, I guess Ganja's retiring. Is this the last time you're going to be trying to fuck people up as a sport?
With certain substances, not with alcohol, because after the Max thing, man, I got to do that again. That shit was great.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Janice, yeah, beer's fucking nasty. I don't know.
But I like how you trying to skirt by, though, because I really want to tell that champagne story, because it's a warning for anybody that likes to drink with Birdman, especially when he's had a little too many.
Man!
What Nick was alerted to, y'all in the audience, and you beautiful people in the chat room, and Allie girl, for you to enjoy this. We were all hanging out the last night, drinking. I bought this $90 worth of champagne. And it's a very good, tasty champagne. Nick's not a drinker, so he doesn't appreciate it. You guys out there are drinkers. You guys will be like, oh, this is smooth. This is digestible. This is great. And even catches a buzz real quick. So we're sharing it glass by glass by glass. Well, I'm down to the last bit of the bottle.
Oh, God.
I pour the last bit of the bottle out, and I'm like, all right. I look to everybody that's drinking. This is the last bit. Take a few sips.
He did not say that.
No, God just said that. He said that.
No, he didn't. I was there.
Nick was sober. That was the night he drank with us. He was sober during this.
He was half awake.
So I go, don't finish this. Jet drinks some. Nick takes a sip. I drink some. I go, all right, Nick. No, I don't even drink any. I go, all right, Alan, here. Take a sip. Don't finish this shit. As I'm saying the words coming out my mouth, this motherfucker goes, drinks it all. I've never been so depressed and angry in my life.
You guys have not lived until you saw the disappointment on Ganja's face. Dude, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I felt terrible, man. Like, I've said some things to Ganja. I've yelled at him. Me and him had yelling matches over the dumbest bullshit and have cussed each other out. I have never seen him more disappointed in my entire life than when I finished that. I looked at that. I was like, what's wrong? I was like, oh, shit.
My brain was like, you fucked up. Sip. Just one more goddamn sip.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that boy was hurt, man. Like, I got that was the funniest fucking thing.
No, what happened to me, man? Because look, for y'all don't know, I fucking stayed an extra day because I want to see New York. I wanted to do my own running around. You know, you guys were doing some tourists. I wanted to do the real tourist stuff. Allie wasn't down for that. Nick didn't want to be surrounded by millions of people, so I just did the shit we didn't want to do. Yeah. I got lost the last night in fucking New York, Allie. The GPS had me almost walk over the goddamn fucking Hudson. I didn't realize I was going the wrong way till I turned around. I was like, why is the Empire State Building going further in the distance?
Gotta pay attention to those signs.
I walked through the garment district at night. I never seen such ratchetry in my life. Like, I was talking about, like, hookers and shit. And Alan, I ended up walking through Hell's Kitchen again at night. It was great.
There, man.
I never had so many people try to sell me crack. It was amazing. And I'm even more mad because nobody tried to sell me weed, and I was looking the whole time.
Oh, you know, that's just as bad as every time me and Alan walked by in fucking Times Square, there's people literally telling us, giving us nicknames. Yo, hey, Alan, man, or they ask you.
No, he's okay. So we were walking through, and you know, Alan's always warning us, hey, if anyone ever stops you, just keep moving. We were walking. This is when me and Eddie and Nick were walking by before we made it to Grand Central, or before we made it to the train station. So we're walking by, and there's a huge fucking crowd. So like, we have to walk around. We have no choice. As soon as we walk around, some guy goes, yo, white boy, yo, check this out. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, well, yo, what's your name? I'm like, my name is Al. He's like, yeah, yo, check this out. Looks to Nick, says the same shit. Yo, Nick. Oh, yo, white boy. What's your name?
Call me white boy. I'm not white. I'm very Mexican. So, yeah.
So we roll with it. He's like, yeah, just for a small dish. I'm like, oh, sorry. He's like, oh, man, no. Dude. Yeah. He just grabs, he snatches that shit out of my hand and just walks away. I almost want to yell, I didn't want your fucking CD anyway.
Yeah, me too. He didn't let me finish too. Like, he fucking grabbed my arm like at first, and then he's like, "Yo, like, here's my mixtape." I'm like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck." And then he just took it away. I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Like, fucking asshole.
Yeah, like he took it away angry. He snatched it. She's like, man, give me that shit.
You know, Peter, in the chat room, how the hell do you get to Hell's Kitchen? You know what? Come with me and my GPS. For some reason, it's a good destination that Google Maps likes to take me through. Well, it likes to take me at night. It likes to take me during the day. Matter of fact, I might start looking for apartments, Ali, because I might move to Hell's Kitchen. I'll become the next Daredevil just with a wee mask and shit.
Well, the thing is, too, me and Eddie did the same fucking situation because when that whole thing when Alan got lost out of that fucking train, we were actually
didn't get lost. I was just indecisive.
Well, either way, yeah. But like the thing is, like we were actually on the train going to. I mean, it was actually Alan was actually right. Like I just want to put that out.
I was right. I was
just
right. Indecisive. Like I just yeah. You tell the rest of it.
Yeah. So fucking me and Eddie we leave, and I'm like I fucking hate New York. I hate New York. I just kept saying this shit over and over again. Like people are walking by, like, hey, would you like to buy? I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking buy anything. And I'm just walking and walking, and then we're like, okay, like we're here. Like the fucking map says like we're at the hotel. Me and Eddie keep walking and walking in this particular direction. And I realized after restarting my phone because the fucking battery was dying, I just wanted to like recheck some shit. I realized we've been walking the opposite fucking direction because Google Maps said that we were going in the right direction and it just swapped to a completely different. We're trying to go to East 45th Street. This shit took us to West 45th Street. Like, what the fuck? By the time we got back to the hotel, Alan was already there waiting for us. That's how
that threw me off.
Went.
So I'm coming back, and I was like, okay, I landed there. I'm like, okay, it's a short walk. I recognize enough of the area. I was like, I don't know exactly to get there without a map. I'm like, oh, my map's like, okay. Because my map was in one place. The GPS was like putting my actual direction at some other one. I'm like, okay, you know what? No, I'll follow the fucking street. I know where I'm going. So I get back. I'm like, oh, they're still not. There must be upstairs. I'm going to stop by the room change because I've been walking around all day. I called them asking, oh, where are you guys at? They're like, we haven't reached a hotel yet. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, okay. So I go in the elevator and I see them rising up to the fucking lobby, like at the same time, and I've been there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we actually opened up the the elevator doors opened up and Alan was trying to get in and we were trying to get out, and it was like, oh, well, hey, hi. That shit was pretty impressive. Goddamn, man. Fucking.
I got a highlight from the trip though, man. It was a great time. Well, when I did get lost, I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the Google Hangouts chat that we all have together, but at one point I got lost and I found the Sex Museum of New York City. And y'all bet y'all sweet asses I walked through that shit, man. It was fucking weird, Nick. Like they had a titty room where like you had to jump on these tits and it was like bounce. Yeah, it was legit titty room. All these different colors of nipples and areolas and shit, and you just bounce up against them. It was like it was like what they put like mentally handicapped people into to bunch around and shit so they would hurt themselves, but with titties. It was great. And as I'm walking through, like they were showing like the classical style of New York City, like during like the early 1800s and 1900s, like all the nasty shit the old people used to do back in the day. And there's no difference between the porn we got now and the porn then, except there were some Chewbacca bushes back in the days, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
I knew that there were things like I knew women like fucking obvious body hair, but I didn't know like the terminology beaver actually meant that there was a wild animal between their legs, because I was amazed by the amount of hair that's possible down there. Like froze upon froze. And as I walk through, it gets fucking hipstery as fuck, Nick, and I know you would have been pissed at this. There's literally a room full of these robot-looking motherfuckers watching robot porn. And it's supposed to be like this hipster, pretentious stuff about sex, and there's like these art photos that are just these people doing it, and they're supposed to be like a symbolization of love and a free expression of sexuality, man. It's just really pretentious. It's crappy artwork, if you ask me. So I'm walking through this, and they have this VR headset gear shit, dude, that you put on. And it's basically a VR sex experience where you sign a waiver and everything, and it costs like maybe $18. And you go with a group of people, and you put on this like heavy-ass gear and the headsets. And you walk around this 3D strip club with this stripper in the middle that's like an alien body figure. And you basically look at all the guests, and they're technically nude, but they all look like alien shapes. So what's
the point?
Weird.
Yeah, like that.
It's not about the sex, man. It's about the art and the expression of sexuality, bro. Like, but that's not what I saw. All I saw was this alien dude in the corner, this dumbass. I guess you just like, oh man, it tracks my whole body.
I mean, like, if you're able to pull your dick out and there's like a machine that strokes you or something, like that's different. But like, if you're just walking in there and it's just like a visual thing, that's ridiculous. That's a waste of the whole.
Oh, and you're not supposed to laugh and shit because it's supposed to be like supposed to take it serious. So all I see is this alien Martian looking dude just humping in the corner, and I have to bite my tongue because that shit just felt.
I was looking at that Daft Punk video.
It pretty much was a Daft Punk video, which is sex. and you just fill up on the guest on their avatars, and you just walk around and do that shit. It really wasn't worth the $18, and VR is fucking disorienting.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Like, I will say too, like people, Ganja's. Obviously, when he says I went to a sex museum, it's like, yeah, of course you went to a sex museum. But no, you actually took us to the American History fucking museum, and I was like, dude, I'm so not enthused. I don't give a fuck about this. I could not give a shit less. And that was
your history and science.
That was one of the coolest things we did the whole fucking weekend. Like, that was badass. Like, I love that place, and so much in fact that when we left there, we got to see the history of America, and we got to see the future of America, which is Alan's favorite group of the future of America. These protesters. Whose park is it? Their park.
Who cares?
Whose park is it?
Alan, whose park is it? Our park.
The city of New York, and you can go fuck yourselves and go home.
Man, dude, this shit was so fucking funny. Alan is like fuming, and these people just keep going, like, whose park is it? And they're doing like a whole bunch. I guess the whole purpose is to say that the museum shouldn't be there because of taxes or whatever the fuck, like, ruins their park shit. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. But the whole time, Alan's like just talking shit. There's some parts where and correct me if I'm wrong, but like people would say something. Oh God, what are you doing?
It's our park, motherfucker. Our park.
Yeah.
That's it.
You still have the fucking flyer?
He actually has the
Whose
flyer.
Park? Our park. Whose park? Our park.
Dude, hey, turn it around really quick. Let me see. Like, put it up against the.
Yeah,
Save
the fucking
our
flyer made by a 4-year-old.
Dude,
hey man,
that's pretty good.
They're trying their best at a Photoshop.
Dude, toxic.
No, they didn't.
It's triple the toxic hazardousness.
Look at that tax. Look at that. They're trying to take the tax money, bro. Look
Dude, 7 trees equals 11,000 square feet, man.
Stop the land grab, Alan. Stop it.
God damn it.
It was ridiculous.
Grab the land by the pussy.
All they were doing was just bothering people and just making like the experience there more miserable. They weren't doing anything to help in any way, shape, or fucking form. All they were doing was being loud and obnoxious.
My favorite was when we were meeting up with fucking Allie. She's like, "Yo, where are you guys?" And we're like, "Right by the protest." Oh, I see ya.
Yeah, of course. Like, from 8 blocks away, you could fucking see that shit.
Oh, I remember, because Allie wanted to lead us. I think this is the same time we went to the Italian restaurant. And I was like, okay, good. We get to go through the park. She goes, oh, shit, we got to go through the protest again. I was like, no, I don't want to go through the fucking protest
again. And as we're
again.
leaving the fucking restaurant, we're going towards the subway tunnel, and they're fucking
following us, man.
Through our park. Whose park? Our park. Alan was like maybe 5 seconds away from saying, shut the fuck up. It's not your park.
I will say that the hardest thing happened soon after that, because you just brought up the whole Italian restaurant thing. When we went, dude, trying not to literally like scream and laugh as hard as I possibly could when that fucking dude, there was this waiter, this handsome. I mean, I didn't say it in front of you guys because I would have felt weird and you guys would call me gay or something. But like, we had the most handsome fucking waiter dude walk around, all buff and Italian, like, hey you, and he's all dressed nice as shit. He was helping this table right in front of us, and it's these big ass lamps, these heavy fucking lamps, dude. And this dude's like, okay, yes, let me get your plate over here and something. Would you like anything? And pow! Like, fucking hard, dude. And, like, it's like I was the only one who saw it. And, like, the person, he comes up to us, he's asking us, like, would you guys want anything else? Or how you guys gonna split the checks, etc. And I am just, like, dying. I could not fucking talk, dude. And I just realized, like, from that moment, like, I'm a very, very immature person, and I really love seeing people get hurt. It's one of the greatest things in the world.
Man, you're speaking, talking shit about the waiter, dude, man. I'm surprised you didn't fucking die in most of the places we went to go eat. Mr. I only eat french fries and fucking water.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it.
I have been yelling at this guy for the last, like, 3 or 4 days because he barely ate a fucking thing in goddamn New York.
I did consume
4 fries and half a macaroon don't count.
So even Allie is lying too, because she's like, "Oh, I ate like a whole." Like, by the way, too, anyone in the chat, tell me if you can imagine Allie eating an entire basket of fries. You know that she'd be bullshitting if she said that. Okay,
I saw her inhale an entire plate of lasagna, man.
Don't let Allie's little frame fool you guys in the chat. You guys on YouTube, that bitch puts away food so quick. I'm amazed.
No, she does not. Like
an entire plate of lasagna.
I just ate a bunch of fries. Like
she literally ate all your fries. I watched her because she was giggling the whole time.
The shit was half gone already. The shit was half
she grabbed it. She reached over and grabbed an entire plate with 2 hands and said, "These are mine now."
Oh man,
I'm exaggerating how she ate it, but it was.
How about when she tried a mommy the first time we go out to eat? I was like, all right, yeah, so I'm gonna get these mashed potatoes and these French fries. I was like, oh, starch on starch, that's so unhealthy for you, Ganja. You should eat more of a balanced meal. You should eat more like me. See, I got everything on my plate. Literally the next fucking morning. So Allie, how you liking those fries with those pancakes, huh?
Yeah.
Hash browns.
Still count.
Like most
still
people
starch.
eat.
Still starch on starch.
with their freaking breakfast.
Still starch on starch
though. Like
still starch on starch on starch on starch.
If you didn't get the hash browns, you could have still yelled at him because God just had to get pancakes and fries.
Fuck you, I love fries.
Yeah, who gets pancakes and fries now?
My dumbass.
Okay, honestly, if I liked pancakes, I would do that. Like, fucking, dude, French fries are great for you, like, the beginning of the day. They get the protein in there.
French fries are great, but, like, with pancakes, like, that makes no sense.
I don't fucking know, man.
I had the worst thing in the world.
I just loved all the restaurants I took just to. You were bougie sometimes, girl. Like, I was like, let's go eat this cheap place.
Sorry, last time, Ganja, you were like, oh, let's go to the bougie places. Let's go.
Yeah, last time,
nice. And now you're like, Ellie, why do you think just all the bougie places? And they weren't even all that bougie. What are you talking
about? $16 for lasagna, man. My wallet was hurting.
Wait, where did we go?
The Italian restaurant?
The Italian restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, well, sorry.
I had a bet the last day. Can we please get 99-cent pizza? My debit card won't like me no more, Allie.
Let's talk about pizza. Oh,
I paid for breakfast the next day. All right. I let your wallet kind of
appreciate it.
Rest a little bit. All right.
But here's the thing, though. I gotta yell about something. Can we all just admit that the whole New York pizza thing is just a fucking stereotype for the movies or something?
I can't say that.
I don't know, man. We literally found a hole in the wall with 99-cent pizza, and I said, wow, this is fucking great pizza. Not the name brand, just walked and found pizza, and it was great.
No, you didn't eat pizza.
Girl,
you didn't eat anything.
That first day before the t.b.d. Brooklyn, on that fucking Friday, we went to that.
Oh, listen to this, guys.
Oh, no, this is amazing. We went to this fucking pizza place that was like 3 blocks away, which, by the way, it was awesome seeing Max for the first time.
I don't remember you eating the pizza.
If you... so...
All you had was water!
I saw the pizza.
You didn't even have the pizza. You didn't even know.
Dude, you can tell sometimes.
No, you can't tell. No, you got to taste it yourself.
Okay.
You can tell.
I had the pizza. The pizza in question was very, very thin. It was super thin. It was basically paper. The thing is, my only problem with it was that it was very thin crust. But as far as the actual pizza itself, it wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed it. The 99-cent pizza we had was much better.
That was a soggy fucking pizza cracker, dude. Like, fuck that shit.
I love how the guy that didn't eat is complaining about the texture of the food.
Dude, it was so thin.
You have no right to say anything if you have not eaten the actual pizza.
But here's another thing, too. On top of that place, how long did it take just to get a glass of fucking water?
Oh, that was fucking
40
funny,
minutes
man.
To get water.
Okay. Hey, that's not what you're gonna judge pizza based on the freaking service?
I'm judging the place.
I'm judging on the water.
I'm judging that place.
How about we tell them how we managed to get? Okay, so we came up with a system to get our food faster. So once we order, after a minute, somebody goes to the bathroom.
And it works.
It worked every time. It did.
I think it was Allie got up, and Allie's like eyeing the drink because she can see the drink. She's just eyeing, going.
Literally, the drink was like right in my freaking field of vision. It was right on the counter. She had the drinks all set up and on the tray. And I'm like, just bring it over to us. Just bring it over. And she kept doing everything else. Like all these receipts and stuff. And I'm like, girl, just bring it over. Literally like a step, a foot away. All you gotta do is just bring it to us. The drinks were right there. I wasn't even thirsty, but it's just the freaking... it's just the, like...
principle.
Yes, the principle. Thank you. It's just the principle of it. Like...
Here's the thing. We got to beat t.b.d. Brooklyn at 7 o'clock at fucking night. 7 o'clock we get there. We were early. No one else is inside the fucking place. We leave...
Oh, yeah, t.b.d.
Yeah. We go to fucking that pizza place. Like she said, like we're all saying, took forever to get the fucking drinks, right? Finally we get the drinks. I swear to God, it was like another 30 minutes to get a fucking pizza. One pizza. I'm sorry, but this is why Domino's is fucking winning.
Domino's is
Nick,
garbage,
you cannot judge every single pizza place in New York based on that one place
we can talk about that next one.
It was late at night. Everywhere else was closed.
How many excuses are you gonna make? How many excuses?
That waitress was the only waitress working. Like, they were short-staffed as well. Like, don't blame that freaking place for the whole of freaking New York City, okay? Because that's not fair.
No, and Ruth is saying in chat, is Nick Justin Zarian this fucking pizza? Like, in the sense of, like, I'm judging it without watching it or, eating it. Whatever.
Yeah, he kind of is.
But here's the thing, though, dude. Like, sometimes you can tell. I don't need to know if shit tastes bad by actually eating a chunk of shit. you look at shit and you're like, ew, it's stinky. It looks bad. I don't want to eat shit. Like that's
a lot of food.
But this is food, though.
Yeah, and actually good. So you can't even judge it based on that, unless you can actually see that there is mold on a freaking food. Like you can't judge something just by like your smells or the way you look at, or feel a certain way. Like no.
And we literally only had pizza twice in the 4 days we were there.
No, we had it 3 times.
What was the third?
No, because we remember we went to the pizza place in Brooklyn before t.b.d, and then afterwards everyone was like, "I'm hungry. Let's go find some place to eat." And we were like gonna go to a diner, and then they saw like a pizza place across the street that was still open. Everyone was like, "Okay, let's go there." We had that, and then we had the 99-cent pizza.
Right. Me and Ganja had to go do a few other things. I think we were just wandering around at that point, so we didn't see it.
You guys weren't there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was like no, because but again, like that it was thin crust. I was like, if this actually had a crust, I would probably be enjoying the hell out of this pizza. And the 99-cent pizza was like, that's like some of the best pizza I've ever had.
Man,
like
that's why I can't support you, Nick. Because the last day when I was walking around, man, I found this great pizza joint that was like the best pizza of my life.
But you have to realize that from what I saw. Okay, just from everything, like, hey, we're talking about Justin Zarine stuff. I'm going by literally what I was around. I saw with my fucking eyes. No one telling me that something was delicious.
But you didn't taste. You didn't taste.
But you
exactly.
just
use your other 5 senses.
From what you saw from like Midtown and like a little area in Brooklyn, that's all you really saw. Like you can't judge a whole entire city based on a couple of places that you didn't even eat at.
But you can tell. God damn it!
You cannot tell. You cannot tell.
We ate it. That's why we're fighting with you so hard.
Are you saying that you're judging if like a black person were to steal your freaking wallet? You're going to judge all black people saying that they're all freaking like pickpockets? No.
That's a hell of an example.
Did you just call him racist?
It's a valid one, isn't it? You can't judge an entire thing based on
but you know what I can do?
You have.
Man,
the thing I can do in that situation is not have my wallet out like, hey, everyone come get it. Like,
Nick, stop making freaking like, stop going in a circle. You didn't have the pizza. You don't know how it tastes. You can't judge it properly.
I hate New York.
It's like
I hate New York.
You can't review a movie without seeing it. Like, you can't do that. My God.
I'm just saying. It didn't look that
good.
No,
you can't just say.
I'm not saying it tastes bad.
It's valid.
People, you can tell people.
Right now.
No, you can't, man. Okay.
You can't write a freaking report on like, oh my God, I had a great time on vacation in London if you've never been to freaking London.
Man, I'm just saying.
We went to the Italian restaurant and I ordered whatever the sandwich is. I'm not going to say it because y'all were laughing like fucking children when I ordered that sandwich.
Oh, the
If I were to do what Nick did, I wouldn't make the sandwich. I'm like, I don't know if this is particularly good. It wasn't until I tried it, I'm like, oh, this is actually a really good sandwich.
Oh, and really quick, there's another thing. Why the fuck did my root beer? I only had. You guys were like, oh, Nick doesn't drink or eat anything except for water, water, water. Okay, I get a fucking root beer. I'm like, yes, bring on them calories. I can't wait to fat fuck out. And the shit tastes like beer. Why did it gave me root beer? Like. What the fuck?
Well, you asked for root beer. You're probably used to drinking like Barks or A&W or whatever. It could have been their own personal brand.
No, that shit had a smell to it.
They just make their own drinks.
No, man, no. That shit literally had a fucking Budweiser smell to that shit. It was nasty as fuck.
It was probably their own brand of root beer.
Man, well, shit.
I'm mad about that place because my stomach was hurting, and I saw the kinds of burgers they were making. And I was like, why did it have to be today?
Yeah, and actually, Skull, thank you, Skull. That's what it looked like.
Man,
that shit looks bad.
Wait, that looks good? Pizza.
No, that looks great. Like,
how does that look good? That looks awful.
That's good.
It's not awful, Nick.
Man,
it's the ingredients they use.
Allie,
it's the love they put into it.
I'm gonna take your ass to Domino's.
It's more than just looks, dude. You gotta taste the freaking pizza.
Allie,
you can't just freaking judge something based on what it looks like.
See, this is why Porno Chris should be around, because Porno Chris would know. He's the aficionado.
Porno Chris only knows coupons. Man, what's talking about?
Man, I still like.
It just baffles my mind how you think that's okay that you can judge. Oh, New York pizza's crap. Did you have any? No. Like, yeah, because that's a completely valid argument.
Okay, the way.
Yeah, really, that's the point. Even if the presentation doesn't look that great, it's the taste that matters. Because guess what? Yeah. You're eating it. You're not looking at it.
It's known for being sloppy with their food sometimes, but it's the freaking taste of it that makes it so good. That's the whole point.
Yeah, fucking Gertz when we went to the 99 pizza was fucking jamming it in his face. It was hot too, so he had to slow down. But I saw him in the corner, like he was like fucking ramming it in his face.
That was good. Just seeing how the way he ate his pizza.
Okay, like I know we're never gonna come to an agreement, right? But all I'm saying,
eat some fucking pizza.
I had to listen to Dejan. I had to listen to Dejan too, because Dejan's just like, yeah, Nick, just back away. But the thing is, though, the reason why I'm just so like, I just wanted to argue with the pizza thing because it's like, I know you guys are saying, I loved it, and I love New York too, and I love all this shit. And it's like, what bothers me about this whole thing about everyone complimenting New York is that the shit exists in all of our hometowns. Like, when people go to Times Square, nah, dude. Like,
no, it doesn't.
I'll be the first one to tell you. Julie, I know you from Denver. I know you born and raised in Colorado, girl. You're my friend, and I consider you a great toasty friend out of Colorado, but I have to admit it, this fucking state sucks ass when it comes to fucking pizza.
No,
if I had to survive on this state's pizza alone, I'd fucking kill myself because all I got is Pizza Hut.
Well, and that's the thing. One thing I loved about New York was everything was in walking distance. My city, like we have like a really, really good public transportation system, but it still takes like 30 minutes to get anywhere. Like if I wanted to go and grab a pizza, for instance, I'd have to almost be an hour like to get anywhere. With New York, it's like, oh, we just walk down the street, take a train, and yeah, one of my few criticisms is, yeah, the train system was very dirty. It was a little uncomfortable at first.
It smelled like shit.
And I have a horrible sense of smell, so fuck it. I never noticed. But I like that. All I had to do was we went across the city. All we had to do was take a train, and we were there. Like I love how interconnected the entire city felt. Like we can go anywhere. Like it almost like you did it. You shouldn't drive in that fucking city because the entire city is a giant traffic jam. But I like that everything was within walking distance. You can get anywhere on foot, no problem.
The city is so diverse. So literally, you have so many people from all sorts of like parts of different countries coming here. And that means that gives you so much. That's not a problem. That means you have so much more options of stuff like for food, just meeting all sorts of different types of people because there's so many people coming in New York, all over the world.
And I love how when
you get to experience so much, you have much more of an open mind because you meet so many different people.
So let me just explain exactly what my first day was. Ganja, you'll like this story. I walk into JFK. I got 3 fucking bags with me. I'm over there at the baggage claim getting my fucking bags. Some dude, literally, within 5 seconds of the fucking baggage claim coming out, dude takes my fucking bag. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing with my bag? He's like, oh, I thought this was mine.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I had that happen to me too, man.
Yeah. So I grab my bag. I'm like, what the fuck? I leave. I go use the phone real quick. I come back. That dude has another bag that looks nothing like mine. But I know for sure it's his. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Maybe it's not his. Maybe he fucking stole it. I don't know. So then I go to the bathroom. Every urinal is fucking taken up. And by the way, what's up with dudes not fucking holding up their pants? I saw so much man ass within 10 minutes of fucking being in New York. It was disgusting. So then I gotta use the stall to pee. Shit everywhere. Poo-poo. Caca. All over the fucking like toilet paper with shit stains all over the fucking floor.
Good thing we finished the food conversation prior to this.
I know. So I take a piss. I walk out. You know how you shut the door, whatever the fuck, and you lock it? I open it up. I turn around. That motherfucker's literally at my stall waiting. I'm like, what you doing, dude? And he's like, oh, nothing, man. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm like, okay. So then I was like, let me wait for this dude to fucking leave because I don't want to be like looking over my bags and shit. So I go back in. I act like I gotta take a shit. I'm looking at my phone. I'm ready to make another phone call, just texting, whatever. I come back out. He's washing his hands within fucking like not even 30 seconds. So now I know he was waiting for me. All right. So then I'm like, dude, what is your fucking problem? What's your deal? Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, he's just basically like realizing that I'm going to fight this fucking dude if he doesn't get away from me. So then I leave. I'm trying to call a goddamn Lyft. Some dude in an Uber is like, hey, I got you. Where do you got to go? I'm like, Club Quarters Hotel, East 45th Street. Everything's going to be cool, right? He's like, okay, it's going to cost you $70. Right. I get into the fucking into the car. This motherfucker says, okay, so since we're already halfway there, your bill is going to be this. $160 for a fucking Uber.
Wait. Is this the person that you called the Lyft?
No, because I was going to call him.
It was some guy at the airport? No, you never do that. That's your first
mistake. Oh, you got.
No, yeah, because there are people around New York who do that, especially at the airports, but also in Manhattan, where they'll be like an Uber person or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll take you wherever you need to go. They hike up the prices like 20 times the amount it is. They do that on purpose because people are desperate. Oh, okay, it's convenient. The guy is right here. Like, you never want to do that. You always want to make sure you take your Lyft that you called.
They can probably put the fucking meter on for you.
Yeah, man, Nick, you gotta, New York, people try, it's a hustling freaking city. People try try to hustle you for money. You got to just make sure you stick to your guns and be like, okay, no, I'm going to wait for my driver to come. Don't take any other freaking, like, unless it's like a cab, like, oh, okay, hey, let me hail a cab. No, but if it's some dude that's just like, hey, I'll take you where, no, don't trust it.
Well,
don't trust it.
So then I take this dude. Motherfucker, I can't even understand what the fuck he's saying. Like, hey, you like the New York? I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? Okay, so then,
oh Lord,
yeah, keeps making nicknames for me. Hey, Big Nicky, yo, hey, Curly Boy,
hey,
yo.
Little Nicky.
Yeah, whatever the fuck, just kissing my fucking ass because he's making a real good fucking sale.
Yes.
So then, some dude, oh, I love New York. Some dude crashed into us a block away from my fucking hotel. Okay, on fucking Lexington, like literally like on the street. So I'm like. Yeah, so we get in a fucking, like, a tiny little wreck. He walks out of the car, literally starts screaming at the dude, like, I'm gonna fuck you up, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. They're screaming, he's ready to fight the dude. I get out, I'm like, well, I'm, like, literally a block away. Can I just fucking walk? Like, can I pay you, dude? How am I gonna do this? He's like, yeah, cool. Literally pulls out the fucking phone while he's yelling at the other dude, like, I'll fuck you up. Yeah, let me see your card. Yeah, swipe it through. Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of you, motherfucker. Okay, cool. Yeah, do you want to get a receipt for that? Type in your email. You fucking cunt, motherfucker. Like, just literally fighting this dude while I'm paying for the fucking ride. So, man, I go back. I fucking take my shit into the hotel. The elevators are broken. The whole goddamn week I was there, the elevators were fucking broken. The shit cost $1,200 fucking for 4 days. Yet the elevators don't work, ganja. God.
Hey, man. Allie, thank you so much for hooking with your
Yes,
spot.
thank you so much.
Yes, don't forget. And you guys took the VIP suite, like with the 2 bedrooms.
Like I said, that couch in your room is literally the exact size of me, and I would have been.
No, you wouldn't have been fine because it was not comfortable.
Yeah. So
Allie, you literally, you're and your mom. The only reason I was in New York, I would have taken like the fucking carpet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to have you give me a fucking bed.
Yeah.
Either way, though, I'm just saying, New York.
Oh man,
my first day was awful. Okay. Fucking the
hey, at least you got a Lyft driver. You want to hear what my first day was? The moment I fucking landed. So I land in, and I've already been delayed by like an hour. So Ganja's already doing whatever the hell he's doing. So I'm like, okay, let me just get, I text Ganja. I'm like, yo, where am I supposed to get my Lyft driver? He's like, okay, under no circumstances do you go downstairs. Stay on the floor you're on. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get my everything ready, and the guy calls me like, where the hell are you? I'm like, I'm here. Where at terminal? I don't fucking know. I see a sign that says Terminal C, but behind me says Terminal B. I don't know where the fuck I am right now. So after he keeps going and keeps running around. He goes, you know what, man, fuck you, and then hangs up on me. Charges me $10 for apparently wasting time. So I'm like, fuck, this is upsetting because like I've only been here for like half an hour, already pissed off somebody. So I'm like, okay, let me try this again. Exact same fucking thing happens. I didn't get charged the second time, but he still could not find me. At this point, I'm getting mad too. I'm getting visibly mad. And for some, like, I guess I was explaining this later just because of all of the incidents that were going on. Police were everywhere. So I was asking police officers where the hell I am and how am I supposed to get a lift. Like, oh, you're supposed to go downstairs. That's where the pickup is.
Wow, so you found a helpful police officer? I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Well, he's white, so. Sorry.
So I go for the third time, like, please, for the love of God, I'm tired. I just want to lay on something. Please, anybody, pick me up. I go in third time. Arab guy named Mohammed picks me up.
And that's when in the back of his mind he was like,
I literally walked in the car. I'm like, Jesus Christ, thank God you're here. You have no idea what the fucking day I've had.
He started doing the Arab dance and just started breaking out.
I was surprised. I go, oh man, but anyway, but that was like, it was just, I was like exhausted and just upset. But no, once I got like into there, like we walked through Times Square and I was like a child for the first time. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen anything so fucking crazy. Like I was having a great fucking time just walking around New York.
Yeah, I love actual live action YouTube ads just all the fuck around me. Usually I like to skip them. I actually buy prescription.
Okay, first of all, Times Square is a very like
annoying place.
Part of New York. That is not how New York is.
Allie, come on now. They literally have benches so people watch the advertisements now.
No, I know that, but it's because it's a tourist area. That's not how the rest of New York is.
I get that shit on YouTube.
Actual New Yorkers hate going to Times Square for that reason because it's just a mess.
I fucking hate it. And everyone, like, can I ask you this too?
I like the advertisement for one small reason.
There are probably parts of New York that you would like. We just didn't get a chance to go.
Why is everybody so rude there? I know I'm an angry person, but everyone has a fucking attitude
Nick, because no one has time. to be patient. No one's got time. New York is all about like, you know, time management. People need to go where they need to go. Like, they don't have time. Yeah, they don't have time to be nice or to be, you know, nice with you. Like,
or
they're going to tell you like it is because they don't have time.
Traffic laws, like don't walk when it says don't walk. I've never seen people that actually try to get hit by cars that are not trying to.
What about what happened with Allie with that cab? And we were walking by, and the cab was like, "I don't give a shit."
Man.
Yeah, you almost died.
No, I had a feeling that cab was going to keep going, so I was just like, let me just stop here. Even though it was, you know, pedestrians' right to walk, I was like, yo, no, I know what this dude's gonna do.
Oh,
but yeah, like you just gotta get used. Oh man, you know what's funny is that like my coworker, she actually used to live in New York, and she used to work at the store I work at, my jeans store. So she was working in the New York location, and she was like the assistant manager there. And so she got a call from one of her coworkers one day. She's like, hey guys, I'm gonna be late coming into work. Why are you? Let's call her Spacey. I don't remember her actual name. Spacey, like, why are you? Yeah, I know. Well, what's wrong? Is everything okay? Yeah, I got run over by a car, but you know, it's okay. I'm fine. And they're like, wait, what? So she got hit by a cab. Like,
damn.
She's just so nonchalant. Like, yeah, I got hit by a car, but it's okay. I'm fine. Like, wait. Yeah, it's just every day in New York. Like, you gotta be careful. Some people get hit. People just keep on going.
I'm just saying, if something happened, I think I told either Alan or Eddie this, but I was like, if something happened and Trump gets us in some real big shit and there's like a bomb that sets off and gets everyone sick and the only good place is New York, I'm dying. Like, man, I'm never going there again. Like, that place is so filled with people. The fact that, like, if I sneezed or coughed in any direction, it'd be on like 4 different people. That is gross to me. I mean, I'm constantly touching people I've never met before. Like,
okay.
Oh God!
Again, we were there in the beginning of the week, or like towards the end of the week. So people were still, you know, mainly in Manhattan to work. So it was very crowded. And then, for the most part, we did stay in Manhattan, which is the most congested area of the city. There are other boroughs. There are 4 other boroughs you can go to that, yes, there are, you know, still a lot of people, but it's not as much and not as congested as Manhattan. Even parts of Manhattan, there are some that are much less chill. Like where I was at Greenwich, that's where NYU is. And that was just like the most nicest, quietest part of Manhattan. And it was just very nice and quaint. Like, you would probably love that area, but we didn't get a chance to go up there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Manhattan's a big, like, it's small, but it's still like big. There's a lot going on.
I thought we did go there for like the gay unicorn ice cream we ate at.
Oh, no, that wasn't in the same area. Like, it's by Washington Square Park. That's where I was at.
Yeah, and Rufus is right too. Like, you know, like basically, like I'm a dude. I'm very introverted. I don't like talking to people. That's why I don't like to do any of these gatherings or whatever the fuck. I'm a weird dude. So like, you know, I hate Walmart. Like, I literally will like change my whole sleep schedule so I can go to Walmart at 1 o'clock in the morning so no one else is there. This whole fucking everything that we did in Midtown, whatever the fuck, is Walmart, and while it's busy all day. Like, they should just rename the place Walmart. Like, it's so Walmart the state.
Yeah, it's New York.
It's funny because me and Nick had completely the opposite experiences. Because me, it's like, I live in a really small city. So it's like, when we went to New York, and I was like, holy shit, like, this is kind of something I've always wanted to do. When I've always wanted to go to America, New York was the place I wanted to go. Because, like, I want to know, what is it like to be in a big city? What is it like to be in a city of millions of people? Where it's like, me, it's like I might as well be in a backwards country for where I fucking live half the time.
Oh, the way we talk about it pretty much is.
Yeah. And it's funny because one of the things that threw me off first was how much traffic there was in the city. Like, Allie, every time we said, oh, we're going to get a car, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, she would just laugh her ass off. And I didn't get it until we were there day one. And we're just like, it has been green for like 5 minutes. Not a single car has fucking moved. And the funny thing is how many cabs there were. I don't know if anyone's gonna remember this reference, but when Marvel was doing their Phase 1 stuff, Sega released a bunch of games. One of which was the Incredible Hulk, and one of the things me and my brother were laughing at was how many cabs there were in the game, like everywhere. There's entire streets filled with cabs. Hour 2 of New York, I literally saw an entire street filled with yellow cabs. Must have been 50 cars in this one fucking street, all cabs.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, man. Like, I was warned too. Don't be taking cabs. Maybe it's just because people just don't. I don't know what the fuck.
Expensive, I think that's what
they fuck with the meter sometimes too.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, if they feel like you're a tourist, sometimes they will, take advantage. But for the most part, like cabs are fine.
And Lyft, I will say, man, gotta give some love to Lyft. That made shit so much easier. Like, goddamn, I fucking love Lyft. You know what I mean?
It helped you avoid the subway. That's for damn sure.
No, because here's the thing, dude. Like, honestly, and just like what Alan was saying earlier about the whole like everything's so close, I don't mind walking. I would rather walk 2 fucking hours than split that time in half by taking a fucking train.
Oh, then have that train. One of his bills. You'll walk 2 hours, you won't even notice it.
And here's the thing, like that fucking train. If it was like a 50 cent or $1, I'd be like, okay, maybe. But $2.50 to get in, to go in this hot, disgusting.
To how much money for a lift?
That's cheaper than what it costs for public transportation.
You got to realize too is like all of us are going, so in total it's like $10 that we all spent. No, actually, because it's 5 of us, so yeah, it was like $12.50.
You're not fitting 5 people in a fucking lift.
Still less than a lift. Your point?
I'm just saying, like it's kind of equivalent.
Yeah, you're right.
Like we literally we're right by Grand Central. Like that's the hub for all subway trains. Like you're really complaining about having so much convenience.
Sweetheart, it's a train, and you can barely you have to be touching random people. Like it's disgusting. You know the risk of molestation in that fucking area. Like it's like I don't want to go to a corner concert every time I want to go to go get a sandwich.
And just
like,
yeah, but again, it's just like.
Allie, you did have us in like a very packed fucking place. Like we were right next to the fucking United Nations. Like,
oh yeah, I remember.
The only reason I know this, and Alan, you were a part of this too. For y'all that don't know, we were in Allie's. Allie gave us a place to stay. She hooked us up with a spot. So out of respect, I didn't smoke in the hotel room. So I had to go find me a location to go get high. So as we're walking around, I'm smoking a small little joint, little do, and just hitting it, walking, talking to Alan. I'm like, yo, man, there's a lot of cops here. I'm trying to finish this joint. Why is there so many cops and so many fucking cameras? Holy shit, Alan. Oh shit, that's the United Nations building. Yo, man, let's go this way.
Yeah.
I literally started realizing I was smoking right in front of the building of the United Nations.
Oh,
and
dude,
no one
I got a
bothered
story
me.
too. No, we were walking down Times Square, and this guy goes, oh, and he smoked his hitting his vape whatever. Like, you smell like complete weed and everything. And we're walking down, like, look at that cute-ass little dog right there. Look at him. And you're about, and that's a fucking drug dog.
I don't remember that, man. He must have did that without me.
And I was like, yo, man, that's a cute-ass dog. Look, it's a German Shepherd. Nick, I'm going to go up and pet it. I start walking a little bit. I'm like, oh, shit, it's a drug dog. And I start slowing right back down.
No, dude, my eyes, like, went up. I'm sorry I didn't say anything, but I looked at you. I was like, oh, is he about to do that? Like, and the cop was, like, had him on a chain. Like, I was like, wait, the fuck he thinks? Just unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, but Austin has one thing over New York. No, New York has one thing over Austin. No cops on horses.
True.
Oh, man. All I know, man,
freaked me out, man.
I am continually going to go to all of these, but I will say, man, next time they decide to do a New York thing, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And I love
I'm letting y'all know right now, especially for any Toasties or any Midnight Chat Attack watchers out there in London, I will be coming out to the London DT party, so I'm hoping to see you guys out there.
So prepare.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's the thing. Like, before we even continue on, because I know we got to talk about some sexuality things with the most unattractive people on the planet, by the way. No, but gotta get some love out to people too. Peter, man, I gotta say, man, I'm seeing you in the chat right now, and I know you're mad at me for talking shit about your place, but fucking so awesome to meet you, dude. Like,
oh, and we finally confirmed it. Peter and Brooke are not the same person. They are, in fact, 2 different people.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking awesome.
And I apologize for hating on Brooke so much, dude. You know, just saying.
That I wasn't there for. I can only keep an eye on so many people, man.
My favorite was running into Max and Justin and all them, man. That was fucking great.
Man.
I wish I had a chance to run into Victor Perez, man. I was looking for your ass, dude, and I couldn't find you for the life of me.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, seriously, and yeah, he's saying mad love, Nick. Thank you very much. I thought he was still gonna hate me. No, but like, and one thing too, gotta put this out there. I'm always talking shit about Justin and Julian, like a lot. I'm always fucking with you guys, but man, they were really fucking cool, man. Like, I legitimately miss you guys, like, a lot. And I don't normally say that, you know. I'm not the type of dude that has feelings and you know, all the happiness and all that shit. I like
except for hatred.
Yeah, hatred. I love me some hatred. But yeah,
Eddie was the real VIP, man. Like,
Eddie was great.
He was like our little fucking Padawan learner. Everywhere we went, he was just tagging along, just looking and just laughing his ass off of whatever we were doing.
No, Eddie's the fucking
chilling at the hotel,
dude.
getting lost in the subway system.
And then Matt's props to Eddie for just dealing with my bitching for like 40 minutes. Like, he got his own show. Like, I was just like, fucking goddamn fucking people in their fucking
he had his
faces.
like own private MCA double toasted crossover going on for himself.
Yeah, exactly, right, yeah. And you know, like, I don't know, man, just hanging out with Eddie is the coolest fucking thing, dude. I fucking love Eddie. Oh, yeah. Chilling with Nick Luzzy, too, meeting him and everything. Yeah. Just so many people, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I never get to say this shit, but yeah, like, even when we left and everything. And Ganja, like, even when Ganja was saying bye to us, too, he had that little, with the quiet shit. I saw that shit.
Yeah, no, that
my
was
favorite was meeting Raheem, because he's got more energy than he does in the calls, and I'm amazed by that.
That guy's crazy. He is legitimately insane. We were walking out of the fucking last place, and he looks at a bunch of, he's like, oh man, some people do tentacles. I just saw God.
What the fuck?
Look at this guy going, what the fuck?
Oh man.
My favorite was Raheem was looking for you, Allie. He was really searching for your ass.
Allie got out of there quick, man.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't my fault. I got sick.
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody? Because a lot of people were looking for you, Allie. Just pointing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. If you guys wanted to meet me, like, I'm really, really sorry. I really tried to hang in there, but I have a serious problem with cigarette smoke. Like, whenever I go to Vegas, and you know how they have still smoking in all the casinos, I would always get really, really sick by the end of the trip. So, like, I don't know if, like, the actual, like, Brooklyn Bazaar actually had it where people could smoke in the building, or people all were smoking outside and just the smoke came in. But it was such a strong smell, and it was just overwhelming to me. And I just literally felt so sick to my stomach. I was shaking. And, like, I really tried to hang in there. You know, I was trying to drink some water. We went downstairs to where, like, this dance club was, or whatever, this dance area.
Nobody
like,
was there.
Yeah, no one was there. Like, the smoking was, like, better. You know, I couldn't really smell it as much, but I still felt really, really sick. And so, like, we tried going outside, and because I was, like, shivering already, and then going outside where it was cold, I was just like, no, this is not helping. So I had planned to come back, because I went back to my hotel, and I was planning to come back. I was like, okay, let me just take maybe like a 30-minute nap and then take a lift back over to Brooklyn Bazaar. And I looked up at my watch, and it was like 3 a.m. I was like, oh no! I really apologize, because, like, I paid my ticket to go to the freaking show, and then I missed the, like, most fun part about after, you know, the show and everything. So I was just really...
You missed everybody getting shit-faced and disgraced.
Yeah, I was really upset. I love seeing that. That's the best part.
Oh, you missed
So many stories, man.
At one point, I'm not going to reveal who did it, but somebody started giving me whiskey shots at the end. And for everybody that watches this, if you want to drink with me and make sure that I have a good time and keep going, y'all got to give me, like, vodka shots, because that's the only thing that keeps me going and the only thing I really enjoy drinking. But somebody kept giving me whiskey shots, and by the end of the night, man, I gave up, and I ran to the bathroom downstairs like, all right, this is coming out one way or another. And I just fucking threw up as hard as I could.
No, it's funny. Me and Jet were just chilling, and you walk by. He's like, "Hey, Nick," you're all happy. Like, "Hey, Nick, how you doing?" And I looked at Jet. I'm like, "He's gonna fucking throw up." And
hey, you know, I'm even more mad you said that, because in my mind I was like, "All right, act as calm as possible." Just be like, "Yo, man, I'm about
that
to
shit
take
was
a piss."
obvious as fuck.
You want obvious, man? How about the fucking lip injury I have from when we were moshing it during Ray's fucking show? And
I punched Alan in his shit. You could probably still see his lip is busted.
Oh, yeah, I do see it, yeah.
Yeah, it's still busted. And I was like, the next day, I'm like, why am I bleeding? What the fuck happened last night? And it wasn't until I was thinking back, oh shit, we were moshing and I think I got hit. I was like, oh shit, I knew I hit somebody.
Yeah, dude.
The worst is I get back upstairs and just like, you ready to do that shot? Let's go.
Yeah.
So I literally just got done throwing up, and I'm putting alcohol back in my body. For y'all that don't know, after you throw up and then put alcohol back in your body, it is a great drunk.
God damn.
Oh,
like,
Lord.
I would do that again. It was like I had like 4 more shots afterwards. Like I felt refreshed.
Oh, God, that's not good.
It's not
man.
good, no, but seriously though, man, meeting everybody though, that shit was cool as fuck. Like I said, and you know what, dude, I gotta say, like, except for one person, I will not name that person, but everybody on the DT crew is like the nicest fucking people. Like, I know people are probably wondering, like, yeah, do I really need to spend all this money to go to fucking New York or Austin or whatever? But, like, honestly, dude, like, me going there, yeah, it's fucking awesome. Like, yeah, Martin was super cool. Oz is, like, one of the coolest like, I am actually, like, I love Oz twice as much now.
He was a great headliner, man.
It's hard for me to talk to Oz, man, because he has such a... I don't know if you say, like, just few of these people around the events that have, like, this grown man kind of thing about them that you can feel like they got their shit together and shit.
Yeah.
And Oz is one of those people when I talk to, I feel like I'm talking to one of my dad's friends.
Yeah. No, and it doesn't help with his voice. Like, hey, son, you getting fucked up, son? Like, what are you doing?
You getting everybody fucked up, Gandhi? Watch out, man. Make sure to keep everything straight. Okay.
Yeah, man. But no, it was just cool as shit, man. And then, like, I don't know if he's watched, but yeah, like, Victor Perez, it was really cool meeting him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Julian's friend, Ben, really cool fucking dude. I wish he would show up in the Double Toast, or, in the DT community in the chat or something. Like, that'd be cool. Julian, tell him to get more involved, goddammit. But yeah, man, like, just so many people, dude. Like, I don't know. I fucking love this shit. So, yeah, no. But, you know what's really cool that didn't happen, Ganja Guru?
What happened?
There was no dilly diddle.
Well, we don't know.
Man, as far as we know, there was a few drugged up people that probably got a little handsy.
Man, hopefully you won't get no story from Adrian because she was drunk as fuck.
Oh, man, I feel a little
Adrian, hold on, I'm going to stitch her out. Adrian, I'm going to call you out. You sexually assaulted me at the event. You grabbed my titty in your drunken state, and I want to sue you for money.
Man, I feel a little bad for Adrian because, like, we were chilling, and Dijon and Julian were playing pool against each other. And Adrian was looking so nervous. I was like, oh, she clearly, has come down. I'm like, Adrian, you're way too sober right now. Go have some fun. Comes back later, stumbling. I'm like, oh, God, what have I done? Why do people listen to me?
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but just Adrian, man, she needs to have someone who really does, like, get paid to, like, babysit her throughout the entire fucking time.
Just like Kevin Spacey and all these other motherfuckers we about to bring up.
Exactly. Because that's the thing, man. I just want to bring this up because it's just one of those crazy situations that we have to bring up at a certain point. I'm deeply
shit, it's the Mormon.
Oh, the Mormon! How you doing? Yes. Mormon combat! I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Jay-Z, I promise the next time we're in the same city, I won't publicly embarrass you again.
Wait, what'd you do to embarrass him? What happened?
We're chilling in the and he's talking to this girl.
I know. Oh, no. Oh,
you were talking to this girl, didn't you?
Huh? Oh, go ahead, Justin.
I was saying Nick saw it, I think, too, didn't he?
No, it wasn't there. It was just me chilling, talking to somebody else. And you were talking to this girl. I was like, oh, let me have a little bit of fun with this. I'm like, Jay-Z, leave that girl alone. And I turn around, I turn back, and she just wanders off, and Jay-Z's looking mad at me. I'm like, oh, God, what did I do? I was trying to be funny, man.
Yeah, man.
Your joke was fine. Your timing was off. So.
No, but yeah, man. By the way, I really do like how Justin was like, because I thought he was gonna be really, really nerdy and shit. He was dancing, rocking out to like some songs at the t.b.d. Brooklyn, and I was laughing my fucking ass. I was like, dude, did you get drunk? Like, I was kind of.
No, I'm just having a good time.
No, but I gotta say, dude, like, honestly, since you're here, like, yeah, dude, I really loved hanging out with you, and I apologize for fighting with you so much, but it's gonna happen, like, within 10 minutes, so that's all good.
Hey, it's okay.
Hey, y'all bought over Walking Dead on television at the bar.
Oh, that's the thing,
No, we were agreeing on most of it, weren't we, though?
Oh, like, yeah, we were. And it was so cool because I was literally, like, sitting back, I was like, man, I kind of, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, something happened that kind of pissed me off, so I was kind of, like, tired and just, like, a little sleepy and everything, and I'm like, I wish I was watching Walking Dead. I turn around and the shit comes on the TV. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is awesome. And me and Justin and Adrian, like, we all kind of just stood there watching it, and I was like, this is awesome.
I stood there for a few minutes too, talking to Eddie.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, no, and not just nerdum on our side. Remember that last day, Mr. Ganja, with everyone taking the little pills you'd be giving out and shit like that, and yeah, you guys stopped watching Thor 2: The Dark World for fucking 2 hours.
Oh, no. You forgot part of it. When the commercial breaks for Thor happened, we watched
Ant-Man.
Yeah. Okay,
we watched Ant-Man. It was the funniest thing in the world. We'll see Ant-Man, and it'll cut the commercial break, and it'll cut to Thor. I'll be like, man, Ant-Man is more different than I remember. Where did Thor show up in the fucking movie?
Yeah, man. Everyone's like all like, I like how everyone talks shit about Thor 2 and Ant-Man, but man, it was quiet as fuck though. Like, we gotta watch some fucking comic book movies. Woo! Like,
it goes back and forth. Sometimes you don't care, but then sometimes like, oh shit, I remember this part.
Yeah.
I still have not seen Thor 2. That's the only movie of Marvel I've not seen yet. No, I know that's what everyone says. So.
Yeah, man. No. I mean, oh, by the way, too, before you even continue, did you ever do the Toasty Ragnarok thing, Justin?
Yeah, no, believe it or not, even though all you guys didn't show up, we actually had about 3 or 4 people who came to that little get-together we had where we went to Times Square, and contrary to what the Facebook post people were trying to say, there was no bed bugs, no fleas, no nothing at the theater.
Oh, yeah, I was bringing that up because I was scared about that shit. Dejan said something about that. Like, I just had fun at the bed bug infested AMC. I was like, well, don't touch me, motherfucker. Like, god damn it.
No, there wasn't any, so don't worry. But yeah, no, we had Dejan, Adrian, which, hey, Adrian, I see you in the chat there. How you doing? And then Eddie also showed up as well. So that was really cool.
Yeah, man. No, I would have seen it, but I was just like, dude, I know, like, especially everyone's like, it's the funniest movie ever. It's like, well, I don't want to go pay $20 to have someone else tell me the jokes. I'd rather make myself laugh for free. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, it was just there because I wanted the experience of watching a movie with other toasties in the group, you know. And it just happened that we all really liked the movie. So I mean, I'll say that for whatever we talk, unless you guys already reviewed Thor. But
actually, we might be waiting until next week, and we'll probably do the Ragnarok thing because tonight we're probably just gonna end off soon and everything. I'm dedicating this to all my homies out there who just can't keep the dicks inside their pants. Man, so many. It's just so many.
I feel like I can't escape this. Like every week, every day almost, it feels like there's something new I have to talk about with somebody about these situations.
I feel like this is one of those situations too, man, where it's like we have to now accept that like maybe lots of people that we like are doing some really fucked up shit. Where do we draw the line where it's like
this with Hollywood forever? Like we've always made these jokes about actors, and now it's just like, oh, they're true. So
yeah, but like at this point though, because I know like you know, maybe last year even, because this shit's been happening so often now that last year was a completely different landscape of this stuff. But I'm thinking too, it's like, are we at a situation now where someone does something like this and we don't like completely stop watching their shit anymore? Because a while back, like I remember if someone touched a kid inappropriately, got in trouble for some kind of sexual misconduct, it's like, oop, I'm not listening to their stuff anymore. I'm not watching their movies. And now it's like, dude, I won't be able to watch any movies ever because everyone's fucking diddling something. Like,
well, shit. I don't know if you guys mentioned this earlier. They should have like canceled and then indefinitely suspended House of Cards because of what fucking happened.
Yeah, apparently they're trying to like salvage it as much as they can, but
they can write them off the show, no problem. But it's just like it's the weirdest fucking thing in the world. We talked about this like a week ago, and my words were, we should just air out everyone's dirty laundry. Nobody is safe. A week later, oh lord, why does anyone listen to me?
Yeah,
yeah, Alan, why'd you ruin it for everybody? Thank you.
No, it hurt me because when House of Cards, like I literally got a message go, House of Cards is canceled. I was like, what?
Well, wasn't it gonna get canceled anyways though? Like it was already ready to be ended.
No, it was they had like just a great season, great ratings, get everything, and then it's just like, oh, we canceled it. Like the story with Kevin Spacey happened. I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? And then literally like a second later, oh, Netflix cancels the show, and you're like, y'all just got the news like a minute ago, and you already hit the cancel button. Like, what the fuck?
That's the thing that's scary is that the immediate reaction to every bit of news stories is not just, oh, we need time to process this. It's like, oh, you got accused of something, your show's gone, your movie's gone, you're getting cut off from our studio.
We're gonna just kill you. Fuck it.
Pretty much. I mean, it's like even. I mean, yeah, we're jumping all over. I mean, like, Kevin Spacey that happened to, Louis C.K. it happened to. You know, a whole bunch of these people just like, if you did one thing wrong, you're done. You're no longer working in Hollywood ever again.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate to do this, but I'll be the first one to say it, and everyone can look at me like, Nick, fuck you, don't say that. But like, I say, don't take everything away, because if you make that rule and you start doing this, your biggest stars are going to be gone. Because the people to make it up, to politicize to the extent of being such a super popular star, you got to pull some shit. And I'm telling you, like, a lot of these stand-up comedians that were popular back in the day, they've done some fucked up shit. I mean, I've heard stories about Richard Pryor, Louis C.K., obviously. We'll talk about that right now. But, like, you're going to ruin fucking everything. Like, I'm curious what Tom Cruise has done to get to where he's gone. The motherfucker's crazy,
You say that, but it's almost like it's something that I was saying of, like, the reason this stuff kept happening was because it was never talked about. It was never brought up. So it's like, that's why you kept saying, like, oh, everyone's done something. Yeah, because it was almost accepted that to some degree you got to be kind of slimy. But if we're starting to have the upcoming generations realizing you can't get away with that shit anymore, it's not going to happen tomorrow or even within our lifetime, but eventually we'll get to the point where it's like, this isn't going to be as widespread of a pandemic as it is.
And I'm looking at the chat, Tay saying, so they should get away with it? Absolutely not. I feel like they should be fined a shitload of money. And, I mean, dude, like, they did something kind of illegal. Like, you can't be, like, be pulling your dick out and shit like that. You can't be doing that stuff. And I feel like they should get...
Yeah, so I agree with you. I think it's the problem right now we're facing is how do we mete out punishment that fits the crime? You know, because, yes, these people, especially that they've been unrepentant or, any form of contrite with their crimes and stuff, they need to answer it to some degree. You know, Kevin Spacey, Brett Ratner, they have years of, you know, these grievances that they've caused. So then what is the appropriate punishment to give to these people?
The appropriate punishment for all these weird-ass people that have been doing this, I think they should all have to go fuck Harvey Weinstein.
That was not the answer I expected.
Because like you just have him in a room and he's like, "Welcome."
Get hit more ass. Okay, so that's a great.
They need to attach all of them into a giant human centipede.
No. You have to get a tattoo on somewhere on your body of like all the people you fucked over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, we're gonna bring the Scarlet Letter back in, but just all the names of your victims.
I'm actually wondering if that's The Rock's current tattoo in the first place. Like,
that's really morbid. The more I think of that, that's scary.
No, but like, yeah, it's like one of the situations though, man, where it's like, and I feel sorry for saying the way I said it too. I don't want to be on some Danielle shit, but like, you know, it's hey, yeah, like I know it sounds awful saying, oh, so they should get away with it, and I'm like, no, but like. Just imagine, like right now, I heard apparently that Lucy Kay was doing this thing for like kids with autism, right? And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of kids and a lot of people that want to see Lucy Kay there. I know I still want to meet Lucy Kay. He's one of my favorite stand-up comedians of all time. I can't just pretend that I don't love the guy because he did some fucked up shit. I mean, the dude made jokes about child molestation. Like to even joke about child molestation, I think is almost worse than showing your dick to a couple of grown women. I mean,
that's the thing, like. I'm sure Ganja will jump on this in a sec, but like when he makes those kinds of jokes, there's almost like an air of like this is a joke for joke's sake, and it's just like he created this reality to make it sort of funny to make people laugh. So it's like he doesn't believe a lot of what he's saying. He's just kind of saying it to make it work within the context of a joke, versus actually like no one really expects Lucy Kay to believe or even act on half the jokes he says. You know, but Ganja, I'm sure you have something else you want to add on that.
True.
No, my thing is like you say like you're comparing like his stand up like of joking ass child molestation, comparing it to an actual act. Those are two different things. Saying and doing some other things do not compare to each other. Like if I make a joke about child molestation, it does not mean like okay, well that's worse. So the fact that you just whipped your dick out in front of women who didn't want to see your dick and just basically you really did sexually assault them, even though there was no physical touch or anything. Like you gave them sexual contact that they were not looking for, and that's wrong. No matter like how much jokes you have, that's way worse than any kind of crass humor you could possibly come up with.
True, but like for me, I always kind of like little things get to me and stay on the surface. Like for instance, like when you make a joke like that, I'm not saying that anyone who makes a joke about child molestation is fucked up and they molest children. But to find the humor in that and to record that and to say, man, this is a good bit. I'm going to use it for my stand-up special. And to say certain things. I mean, he literally made a joke once about like, hey, man, you should never rape anybody. But if you are, like, only do it if she doesn't want to fuck you. Then it's okay to rape somebody. And
I should not have laughed at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you laugh because it's absurd. Like, that was the point of the joke. It's not he's going on to, like, go onto a diagram like, this is how you should possibly rape somebody. And if no means yes.
Yeah, but there is people that have been raped, and that shit ain't funny. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like, you have people that died in wars, Nick. You have people that died in car crashes. You have people that died in DUI. Hell, if you really want to get to it, people have died in the subway, or have people that worked on subways and their family died working on them, and you insulting the subway makes them feel offended. Like you can't cater to everyone's emotions about how they feel about certain things, especially when it comes to humor. When that's kind of the one thing in human society we give a pass to do stuff like that, to go and explore the line.
Yeah, and
it's the problem that the internet has made everything like you have to be aware of every single detail, and you physically cannot. Like you can't physically be accountable for every single reaction in the world. I mean, obviously, if it's going back to the subject, if it's a big crime like this, yes, it's going to be something that's big and everyone knows about it, so that you have to be aware of. But yeah, then with humor, that's entirely subjective in that case, so that you can't account for everyone's tastes when it comes to a joke.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I completely agree with Ganja and everything too, because yeah, these are jokes. You have to separate that shit, or else, like, what's comedy? Comedy is pushing that border and moving it forward.
Comedy is making fun of human flaws and human errors. If you don't make fun of those things, there's no humor. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like that, the reason why I'm bringing that up though, in a sense of like almost like a devil's advocate type of way, is because like when I watch Louis C.K., I'm laughing at the most horrid shit he could possibly say. So I can't sit here and be offended when I hear a story about 5 women saying, he showed us his dick. It's still wrong. I'm so against him doing that in real life. But, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but does it not feel so extreme? Like, I mean, I know it's like, I want to downplay some sexual assault shit or some sexual misconduct. But it's like, how surprised are we? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
because there's a difference between making a joke and actually doing it.
See, the thing is, like, I'm not surprised just knowing how I know about comedians, especially the old school comedians, that Louis C.K. comes out. comes from. Like he's that old school late 80s, early 90s comedian where they got away with doing a lot of raunchy shit, like especially when it comes to other female comedians, kind of not really having the voice to talk out about it against them or stuff like that. So I really do see him taking advantage of his spotlight in the Comedy Zone as doing that, especially that in the I think early 90s he was already working on the Chris Rock show. Mm-hmm. Even though he personally wasn't famous, he had connections within the entertainment business that he had some pull that he could, not maybe end a female comedian's career, but at least put it on handstill or stop it. And like Whiskey Wells, some rape jokes are actually forced. I agree with that when it comes to his rape joke.
No, that was a pun.
He was trying to make a pun there. It wasn't funny.
You damn it, motherfucker. That was such a dry pun. I thought you were making a point, you son of a bitch.
Damn, I was trying to have... Ganja, shut up. I was trying to have your back.
I thought you had my back.
I love how Ganja he saw it and just walked right into it. Just like,
it actually hurt.
I think that's a pun.
Fuck you.
Dude, this shit was
crazy. Man.
I read that shit as solid as it was written. Like, yo, man, Whiskey's got a good point.
This is a random side thing back to New York, but at one point we're just sitting, and Ganja's like, he sticks the middle finger up to me, and I was like, Ganja, that's the wrong fucking finger, man. He looks at his own fucking hand. Oh, shit.
I was way fucked up that time.
No, it's funny too, just thinking that too. Like Alan made the point. Like I make so many puns on this show, but in real life, I don't really pun a whole lot around him.
You really don't. Yeah.
Nope, no. This will be the third time then, and I still have not heard a single pun from you.
No, but that's the thing though, man. Like, just looking at the situation, like Lucy K. I've been saying this for a while, my dude. Some of these jokes are so fucking ridiculous that I'm just kind of like, I don't really fuck with Lucy K anymore. I'm just like, this is too much. And then something like this comes out, I'm like, God damn it, man! Like, I can't support him as much as I used to. I really can't. Right. But at the same time, I'm not offended by the situation, and I will still like his old shit. And I mean, like, for him, and like, let's talk about Kevin Spacey too. Like, is this shit kind of ruined for you guys? I'm actually gonna start with Allie, because Allie, did you ever like Kevin Spacey in the first place, or not really?
Well, yeah. I mean, he was one of my favorite actors, so it was really tough hearing, the stuff come out. Because I loved him. I really did love Kevin Spacey. Like, I always saw him in interviews and everything, and like, I actually, if anything, like, you guys ever see those commercials for the Masterclass?
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, if anything, like, I would totally buy a Masterclass for like stuff that I don't really want to go into. Like Kevin Spacey's Masterclass, I always wanted to buy, and Hans Zimmer. Like those two, like not even like Scorsese or not any of the director stuff that actually would be useful in my field. I would go for the other stuff just because. And yeah, Kevin Spacey, like, especially because he could do all those impersonations. I always thought those were really cool, and just hearing about his background and everything. So yeah, I was really devastated to hear this come out, because he just seemed like such a cool guy, and it turns out he maybe not be such a great person.
Well, maybe not be. Not at all.
No, because on Baby Driver, there was one of the actors that came out and said that he was actually John Bernthal. Yeah, he had said he was actually a dick on set, and he was
really?
Like
he said he was an asshole. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. John Bernthal said same thing. Like, oh, I love Kevin Spacey. I can't wait to like actually like work with him. This is great. And he said like, yeah, he was just like almost a drama queen or diva or something. Like, he was just very mean and nasty to the crew. So it was just.
But like, it goes back to and I gotta talk to you about John Bernthal a little bit, because I like how this is not even like something serious as like a sexual thing that he didn't like him for, and it's like, you wait until it's popular and it's popular to shit on Kevin Spacey, then you come out with it. You should have been like, nah, he's a dick, because he's a dick, not because everyone thinks he's a dick now.
You can't like it's not so much it's popular. It's more of like, you can't really talk shit about your co-stars before a movie comes out, because they could be like, well, you're a loose cannon. If you keep talking bad about all these people, we're not going to hire you in any more movies. But now it's like, people can actually come out and say this kind of stuff without the repercussions of, I could lose my fucking career.
Yeah, even after that, like, if this didn't come out about Kevin Spacey, it's like he wants to be given the opportunity to work. And if he has to work again with Kevin Spacey, how would it look if he just badmouthed him all in the press, saying like, oh yeah, he was a terrible person or whatever. it's like, well, if he's cast in another movie, Kevin Spacey, he's gonna be looking at him like,
Or then he might tell his
Spacey,
friends.
like Kevin Spacey's a huge star. He could be like, well, that guy was talking shit. I don't want him in this movie.
But then
and John Bernthal doesn't have a job.
You can get him fired from certain projects.
See, that
like
needs to stop being a thing, though, because that's why this whole situation is even happening, where people are constantly getting molested or shown dicks, etc.
Unfortunately, that's the thing. It's like the people who have power. It's like the people who want to make it in and you know, want to have a living, making a living off of this. They have to deal with this crap. It sucks. It's terrible. It's not just the entertainment industry. It's every single industry out there. Every single, like, you know, my mom had to deal with a bunch of crap working in corporate America, being a woman and being African American at the same time during the 80s. It was very, very tough for her. And she had to put up with a lot of stuff because people of power have powerful friends. And even if they might be like, oh, you know, corrupt or whatever, like they're always, you know, for the most part, unless it comes out in the public, they're always, because people are going to always protect those people. So it's like you have to work within that field, as sick as it is. You have to learn to endure until you make it, and then you can create change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, on top of that too, and I'm gonna just bring this up, just, you know, because I think this is somebody that you might know a whole lot about. We just saw this right before we started the show, but George Takei, whatever the fuck his name is, what's going on with this dude? I don't know who he is. So, I know nothing about this.
So George Takei is the original Sulu from Star Trek. You know, the original Star Trek series, which is the character that John Cho plays in the new movies. So supposedly. Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
I want to do his catchphrase because I've been practicing all morning. Oh my.
Yeah, that guy. So
all right. So people have a great night.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I did a good job.
So he is just the latest in the string of all these allegations, where apparently there's some claims that he assaulted and drugged a male model back in the day. And so apparently only just now it's like, oh, well, you know, everyone else is getting thrown under the bus. We're going to throw George Takei under the bus as well.
He's like, but I'm 80 years old. You know, and the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you know, and that's... I'm so conflicted whenever I have to talk about this stuff because I want to approach this... you know, I almost kind of am. I mean, it's like, I had to talk about this because, I mean, I work in the media studies department in my school, and that's literally everything we talk about right now. You know, it's all the impact of the industry and the impact on the media. And it infiltrates, you know, like Ali said, it's not just exclusive to film. It's exclusive. I mean, it's something that we see in every level of anything with power. Anything that we have to give power to people, you know, there's going to be some fear of being able to report, you know, abuses of power, because people just psychologically, when they're given some level of, you know, increase, you know, or some stature or something like that, you know, often there's the temptation to exploit it to someone else's disadvantage. And I want to approach this being as fair as possible. You can't be fair when they're doing horrible things like this per se, but also understanding everyone does make mistakes. Everyone does have horrible demons that they have to control. It's just the problem is that, you know, when people let them run amok like this so long, there has to be justice. You know, there has to be some form of, you know, some form of punishment.
That's another thing too, like the whole mistakes thing. I'm sick of that shit too, because a lot of people are doing that too. And I'm not saying you're an apologist for these people or anything too.
No.
You know, and I mean, a lot of the shit you and I are agreeing on. Same with Ganja too. He's agreeing with us as well. But it's like, there's mistakes and bad decisions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like when this Lucy K situation, I mean, I can see maybe showing one girl, two girls. Hey, I've been in situations where I'm like, you know what? I need some room in my pants. You look like you might want to look at it. Okay, maybe if she brought it up.
How about this?
No.
You know,
No.
I'm guilty of this too. When you misread the signals and you think you're going in for a kiss and you think you're approved and they turn away.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've done it before too. Yeah.
Like, everyone's guilty of that, but here's the difference. We stop. We don't end up having like 5 other women come out and be like, he did this too.
Yeah,
no, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Mistake is one girl. When you do it 5 times, you're a fucking pervert, dude. And you're trying to, you know, like, no means fucking no. Like, it's been...
I'll give you 2. Maybe the second time you just need to learn your lesson on final, like, no means no. Like, sometimes you need that shit.
Why are you doing your hand like that? No means no.
No, I'll turn to Hillary Clinton right there. Vote. Check out my website.
Yeah. So it's again, I'm not, like you said, I'm not trying to apologize for their actions because they did horrible things. It's trying to understand it on a humanist level of wanting to see there is the good in people that gets overweight sometimes by the bad, but also not excusing the bad when it happens, kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know, so Yeah, it's trying to. I mean, I guess in my perspective, it's just trying to have Christ-like love, even when dealing with horrible problems, sins or mistakes they make, or bad decisions.
And it's getting to a point too where now, like, we need to start realizing when people are obviously there's something fucked up with them. Because this, I'm really irritated that people are actually shocked about this. But Mariah Carey, like.
I was not shocked.
Even my mom was a Nazi skinhead. What?
Yeah, security guard claims sexual harassment.
What?
Says she also called him a Nazi skinhead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But this
Alan,
woman...
I didn't know you worked with her.
Fuck off. Right off. So, too much hair to be a skinhead.
Aw. No, man, but the show's not over yet.
Good night, everybody.
No, but like for one, man, she looks plastic as fuck. Holy shit.
Actually, look at the Wax Museum portrait of her.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not joking.
Yeah, dude, like, Jesus, like, how much fucking, like, product from Sephora does she have on her? But
yeah, no, I watched past the Ripley or Believe It or Not in New York when I was there. She looks like one of the standees from that,
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing, man. Like, this whole situation, and I don't know the whole fucking story, okay? But it's, like, just looking at the situation, reading that fucking headline, I'm like, yeah, of course. And people are actually shocked that, oh, my God, a girl can do this? Yes! Like, the sexual, like, misconduct shit can happen on both ends. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
are you sure the shock is 100% because she's a female, or because it's Mariah Carey? She's up there in musical prowess, so it's like that's kind of crazy, man.
I don't know, but like, man,
it infiltrates everybody. Like no one is exempt from this. The potential to exploit these people.
I don't know if this is true, and Ganja's been making fun of me about it, man. Please don't let Neil deGrasse Tyson be on that fucking list, man.
Oh,
he's the only one we got, man. No one else is in science that anyone cares about.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, the one that
he got accused, didn't he? He got accused,
but don't let it be true, man. He's the only one we got, man. Nobody else makes science interesting. He's the only one. Bill Nye, who gives a shit?
Bill Nye, the science guy, you fucker.
I like how
he's not nearly as prevalent and does as much good as Neil deGrasse Tyson does for science, man.
By the way, Jet's upset. This has been a bad couple of days for Jet, because on top of this, a new hot single just came out.
Man, I agree with Jet. I'm sorry. I love Eminem, but that song sucks, man.
Man, Eminem and Beyonce, the big team up.
Eminem and Beyonce? What?
Yeah. It literally got released like 2 days ago. It's Walk on Water, Beyonce and Eminem track. Honestly, it's not that good.
Oh, yeah. We might play it in a rabbit after the show when we do the after.
Yeah, we'll play it. I'll put it in the chat in case anyone wants to.
No, I'm curious because, I mean, I don't care too much about Beyonce, but Eminem, I love Eminem, so.
I like M&M's too. They're delicious. But here's the thing, though. Like, that was bad. No, but like, you know, this situation with Mariah Carey going on. There's many people feeling like, hey, man, like I don't think she did anything. I think that this dude's, you know, it's like I know it's because she's a fucking chick. I know that's the reason why. And chicks will fucking take advantage of that shit. Apparently, and I don't know. I had no idea this was a thing, but Alan actually told me. Allison Mack. Apparently, she has a fucking sex cult.
She's been having a nervous
breakdown. Oh my lord.
Okay, every story we talked about, even Harvey Weinstein, does not hold a candle to this bullshit. Trey, like, he's on the Ringside Hangout. Watch that. He's literally having a nervous breakdown because of this. Or don't. I just don't want to say don't watch the show because then Trey will yell at me. But he's literally, like, every 5 minutes he goes, it's not as bad as Allison Mack, man. It ain't bad as Allison Mack. Allison Mack! Because she fucking, apparently, during all this crazy bullshit, has had, like, a fucking cult sex ring.
Yeah, so now this got buried. I don't know. How did this not get as much well, obviously it's because they want to target white males. You know, it's easier to target white males.
Well, she's not also that famous compared to the other.
Yeah,
she's only been on one show that anyone even knows about.
And she's not even the favorite character on that show. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know.
But a sex ring, man. That's just that blows my mind.
Sex ring implies that she had a strong pimp hand. She was culting these motherfuckers like the dude that killed like the Manson family and shit, bro.
She was second in command. Like what?
She was the bottom bitch, Justin.
Man, I love Ruthless comments. Like, yeah, listen. Some days you want a sandwich, other days you want to run a sex cult. Like, it just kind of.
No, but like another thing too, like I don't know how sex cults work. Like I thought it was like
it's essentially sex slavery, what it sounds like. You know?
Okay, but don't you have to like agree? Like I want to be a sex slave. Like fuck yeah. Like let's do
apparently
this.
she's like apparently a lot of the stuff was illegal. Like a lot of like how she was getting people, how she was dealing with people. Like when Ganja makes the joke, she kept her pimp hand strong. Yeah, she had to because she was forcing these people in line.
It wasn't under the cover of like some like help group where it's like, oh yeah, come here, we'll help you with your problems. and then we're gonna make you do all this stuff.
Apparently, one of the other stars, I can't remember what her name is, the woman that played Lana in Smallville, apparently was a part of it too. She wasn't as high up, but she was like in it. Like,
what? No, her too?
Yeah, apparently. Like, I'm just waiting for the entire cast of Smallville is in this fucking.
Let's not put any like rumors out there without 100%
allegedly.
Facts because.
Oh, is it allegedly? Because I know Trey told me.
Yeah,
like,
let's do allegedly because we just don't want to badmouth, people that may have.
I do. Superman's the head of a sex cult.
Yeah, what's his name? The head from Smallville. Let him go, please. I don't want him to get dragged into it.
No, man, he was the devil they worship to.
No, because I was always wondering, like, hey, I wonder what the stars of Smallville are doing now that they don't have a show. Apparently, this.
No, because the thing is, like, dude, man, she's pretty, and it's like I gotta say, like, if the other girls are of quality, like, like, man, that smile, like, look at them teeth,
Nick, as your PR agent. Shut up, because I know what you're about to say.
I want to join that shit. I'm not stopping. No, dude. Like, I would have man, how's that a bad thing? You go into a sex cult and you're, like, guaranteed sex all the time. Like, it's not like I'm being raped. Is it rape?
No. The idea is that it's like prostitution, essentially. That's the whole point. It's not that kind of sex cult.
She starved the women, probably physically assaulted them.
Why? She's a woman.
You're saying that there was no rape?
Wait, that's okay. Are you like assuming that?
Basically, it's forcing them. Yeah.
That's what she was doing. Yeah.
Think of Requiem for a Dream.
Okay, but why is she forced? Like, she's a woman. Why would a woman
sex
pimp
trafficking,
out another woman?
slavery,
dude?
Women are involved in sex trafficking as well. It's not just men.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like that dude right there. Like,
why do I feel like you're sexist right now for not believing
Nick,
she can be a sexist?
Nick.
Because like you're doing your own people wrong.
I'm conflicted.
Dude, it's like the female version of black on black crime. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, it's stupid. Like,
wait, Nick, you realize that Allison Mack wasn't having sex with any of these people, right? She was just in charge of the whole thing.
Oh, well, that's bad. That was on the brochure. Like, man, fuck this shit.
It wasn't on the brochure, apparently. That's the thing.
Oh, Lord.
That's unfortunate. Okay, well, then, you know what?
I'm reading further into the story. The female members of this group allegedly branded to show support to her and are encouraged to have sex with the dude that was the leader of it and were beating it with paddles if they did not recruit more slaves for him.
Okay, so why didn't no one tell anybody?
Again, it's that power problem, man. I mean, people have power exploiting people.
How many fucking people, like, unless these people are also stars of something and they have, like, Hollywood careers that they want to, like, maintain, like, just get together and fight. You fucking
Well, yeah, we also talk about people that are scared and probably in some cases for, like, we got nothing else. Like, this goes, like, what are we going to do? We're gonna
took advantage of people that are part of self-help. They were looking for this, and they just kind of took advantage of their mental state and was like, hey, you've been abused before? Well, now it's our turn.
Man, why, girl? God damn it. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing is that this was like headline news for like maybe a few hours, and then someone else came out who was a bigger star.
Yeah, because again, we're not going to air any more Smallville.
Yeah.
Like,
oh man, it's just fucking crazy. Like,
oh god,
if somebody like her, like, because like, hey, and I told y'all by the way ahead of time, I didn't know jack shit about sex cults.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
I mean, there are the things that you're thinking of, Nick, but they're not what this is. So.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's been toasties that's literally told me like they're in sex cults, and they talk about it in a good way. Like, hey, I'm like a sex slave. I'm like,
I think you're confusing a sexual lifestyle with sex cults. They're not the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, dude.
Look,
like,
I'm the Mormon guy, and I understand what the difference is in this.
I'm loving watching you try to defend sexuality right now, Mormon.
Nick just wants to get laid.
I'm just saying. No, like, I think people should get laid. If they want to join a group where everyone takes the sausage out, like, go right ahead.
Yeah, but there are legal ways of doing it that don't, they're called brothels, where you don't have to actually, like, you're not committing crimes, and you're also not, putting the people through fucking hell. This isn't it, dude.
You know what I thought it was,
brothels
honestly?
are technically still legal, but...
What I thought, yeah, exactly. No, but, like, what I thought, too, I really did think, like, a sex cult was, like, buddies getting together, and they just, like, meet up, like, almost like an Indian, like, fire thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, they'll get, like, at a campfire, make some soup, and then fuck each other afterwards. Like, that's what I thought it was. You know, so
bunch of gay cowboys eating pudding.
I want to see the agenda on whatever sex ring that you just like. Yeah, like make soup, then go do nasty things.
No, seriously,
make
dude, like
soup, watch The Walking Dead, and sometimes wrestling.
Dude, no, my sex cult would be brought to you by fucking Swiss Mix, like that goddamn chocolate marshmallow shit, and everyone just goes in a campfire and fucks on wood. Like, there we go, dude. That'd be amazing.
Can we move on? I think this has gone long enough.
Justin, I want to. Justin, I'm gonna roast your.
No.
Oh man, I was
roasting on an open fire.
Oh God, Lord! I'm looking at the chat room like, can we please stop, man? You guys are making me want to talk about this so much more. Like, but no, man. All I know is this woman. I'm very, very surprised at this happening. I'm kind of surprised about Lucy K. One question, man, and hopefully the chat can come up with some answers too. But like, who do you think is next? Like, male or female? Like,
no, let's not play this game.
Yeah, we're playing this game. We're playing this game.
Nah, I'm playing this game.
Man, all right. Who wants to go first? Allie.
I'll go, or I can go first if you want me to. I'll say some fucked up shit.
I was gonna go for the most innocent person in this call.
I mean, again, isn't this what we're trying to say? Like, don't spread rumors. Is what we're trying to do
here.
Not
rumors. These are allegations.
At this point, we're making a pool.
Yeah. This is called the Midnight Allegedly Attack.
Oh,
NCAA.
The Midnight Chat allegations.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, I feel like next, John C. Reilly. I'm sorry, but John C. Reilly, man, that dude.
Don't take away John C. Reilly from me, man. I love that guy.
I'm going to show you a picture of this, in case you guys do not know who this is, but this motherfucker is doing some bad... allegedly, I feel like he's doing some bad.
Man, Whiskey Wolf is just saying Tom Hanks. Like,
Tom Hanks over and over again.
That dude.
Did you see that Onion article they posted about Tom Hanks where they're like, oh, Tom Hanks is getting called out for being too nice? You know.
Okay, I know this is going to happen. What's her face? Amy Schumer?
Oh, of course.
You know what? Sadly, I might believe that, unfortunately.
Yeah, God, I'm going to show a picture of her really quick because Amy Schumer...
Her or Lena Dunham, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Amy Schumer, I would not be surprised. The only thing is, though, she reminds me of a person who, like, you know how Lucy K basically, like, just admitted, like, yes, I showed my dick, and I enjoyed it, and it was fun. Like, I feel like Amy Schumer will make a stand-up bit out of it. Like, yes, I touched a dude's penis once, and it was fun, and I apologize, but I plan on touching more. Like,
Louis' apology was not quite that casual, to be fair, if you read it.
No, I know, but I mean, I can't read the whole thing right now, you know. But yeah,
no, I mean, he at least I could say this with Lucy K. He owned it, like not like Kevin Spacey with the backhanded, like, oh, I'm sorry, but let's talk about me for a second, you know, kind of thing.
Hey, I may have that boy, but I'm gay.
No, but like,
man, I'm reading the chat. It's like somebody said Marky Mark, and Chris Brown said Michael Bay.
Wait, Mark Wahlberg? No,
Mark Wahlberg. I hope not.
Eric came out. Mark Wahlberg's racist, and he fucking hates black people. That's
Wait, are you serious?
Wait, that happened?
The problem was the crime that he got arrested for was a hate crime, essentially. So,
oh man, I love Marky Mark. Don't do that to me.
That was also
he doesn't like your brown ass.
No, that's the problem though. That he got exonerated from that, you know, just recently, because the problem that he served his time that he did, and that was what 20, 30 years ago, I think, something like that. So,
yeah, man. What you call it? Oh, and you know what? This is actually kind of interesting. Skull says, you notice no black actors are involved in these sex scandals in Hollywood.
Not that you hear about.
Not yet.
Well, I mean, in the
no,
music industry.
No, don't you dare!
I guess if Scott wants to throw that out there, if we're gonna be looking for black dealers, I can see Idris Elba being accused again too, Hansi.
Man, by the way, Julian,
I really
love
don't see that.
No, Julian, I love you, but man, you just said twice. I hear Julian. He's calling himself out on it. I'm like, Julian, don't do that.
We'll disown you, brother. Don't do that.
Oh no, yeah, that'd be bad. Oh, Marky Mark touched me. Oh, okay, well then shit.
Well, you know, I guess Michael Bay. I guess, yeah, maybe I wouldn't be surprised if I heard that. Because I mean,
put it in there.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that, you know, Brett Ratner, when that got accused, is like, well, yeah, everyone knew that he was the frat dude, so of course he.
Yeah, was it Ellen Page that called him out?
Well, a bunch of people, but you know, that's the thing, is like, I've always heard Brett Ratner is just that party guy. You know, he's a dude who behaves like he never graduated. Oh,
I like Michael Bay.
I could take
man, Anthony Mackie.
Oh.
Dude, that'll have two fronts to assault because then we'll have at 90s as well.
It's really insulting though. Like I really hope that you guys are wrong by saying Michael Bay, because this motherfucker even looks. He looks like he's like, I'm gonna get your ass next. Like,
oh shit, yo!
I would not be. No one would be surprised.
Oh god, I think Rashad's straight up telling you who the next one is as far as.
Rashad's like, hell no, Ganja. If you gotta pick one, choose this black motherfucker right here. Leave Idris alone.
Oh God, yeah. Don't tell anyone. It's all I got. That underage vagina.
This is awful, man.
Sacrifice Tyler Perry to that shit. Like, no, take this one.
You know, there's actually been an update on that tire recently. Apparently, he said that was because of the medication that they've been giving him that's fucking him up. No,
was it Howard?
I'm definitely sure Terrence Howard did some shit.
Oh, Terrence Howard. Oh, goddamn. Yeah. Imagine being fondled by him, too, and that fucking crybaby face he makes. That'd be awful. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let me grab on these titties real quick. Oh, yeah.
Why'd you take a panty off?
Of course he did.
Oh, it's fucking awful. Allie, why don't you join us in the whole, like, being evil fucking people?
No, she still has a soul.
No, she got somebody.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Come on.
I really don't. Like...
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? You know, to make up for Allie being so fucking nice, I got one for your ass. And he's gone. He's dead. That's why it's awful to say this. But we're gonna find something out one day. This gentleman right here, Robin Williams.
No, don't you? I will fight you.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it involves kids.
Yep.
What?
I will beat the shit out of both of you guys. That's true.
I would not be surprised. Have you seen the way he fucking, like, his stand-up, because all of his movies, or at least the movies that I grew up watching with him, are around kids. And he's way too, like, huggy, touchy, etc. with the kids. And then on top of it, when he does a stand-up, he's always talking about jacking off and rubbing his balls and fucking doing all this weird, like, orgasm jokes. And I'm like, dude, you're around too many kids to be talking about coming that fucking much. It's disgusting. It's not funny.
They're correlated.
Man, fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all.
I'm sorry, Robin Williams grossed me the fuck out.
One.
No, he grossed me the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Oh yeah, Elbows dude was a pedophile. I forgot that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Or you know what? There was one more character I gotta bring up really quick. I'm sorry.
Man, Mr. Rogers. I always thought Mr. Rogers was up to some shit.
Oh no, that'd be awful. Or just
you're gonna have other people.
I thought he was like a spy or something.
No, he was. That's the story that he was a Vietnam vet that lost his mind in the war, so he decided to teach kids about being better about themselves.
I really want that to be true.
I will say though, man, one person you talk about Elmo, man, I'm telling you, the Cookie Monster. I feel like the Cookie Monster did it all for the cookie. Like
he did it all for the cookie.
He did a lot of stuff for cookie, man.
He did it all for the cookie.
Oh man, yeah.
You know that fucking quote a Limp Biscuit like nobody else would notice. Fuck you, Nick.
He figured the only person that would notice would be Julian in the chat. He didn't think you would.
Eddie Dickory come, man. Skull. Eddie Dickory said,
I grab
Dick, and I'm gonna keep doing it till I die. Arrest me.
I think didn't Eddie get accused of something too? Like, oh no, he got fired because he was making sexual harassment stuff towards people on set.
Speaking of unfunny dicks.
Yeah.
Okay, that was actually really funny. That was good. Oh man, no, but. I guess we'll stop, Justin. I'm sorry. I know you love your Hollywood people.
Jimmy Fallon.
No, it's just the thing about it.
Yeah, that would be.
I can see Jimmy Fallon.
No, dude. What's that? Kevin Hart, man.
Dude, lay off Jimmy. His mom just died. So.
Wait, lay off Jimmy. No, you know what? You should give that advice to other people. Lay off that Jimmy. Like I'm just saying, dude. Like fucking.
Whoa.
Nobody knows that slang, really, Nick. But I'm judging you for using it.
No, I mean, again, it's just sad. I mean, it heightens the flaws that all human beings are capable of, and it's just sad to see other people. It's not even just. It's bad if one person does it. It's bad enough, but to see a tidal wave of it coming like this, it's.
Look, at the end of it, unfortunately, this is the only way to. Sometimes you got to cut off. You got to cut away the dead flesh to save the rest of the organism. Unless you want the entirety of Hollywood to fall the fuck apart. You're gonna need to start cutting away this bullshit so that the next generation doesn't think this is a good idea. So that people are more comfortable, men, women, children are more comfortable coming out and saying, hey, this fucking happened. Stop this motherfucker. I don't care if he has 18 Oscars. This isn't right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And that's the thing. Like, we're gonna wrap it up and everything too. I'm sure you guys can tell by the top right of the fucking video.
One more.
Oh, you got
Spielberg.
Oh,
no.
God. Yeah, I can see that happening.
No.
Wait, what'd you say?
Steven Spielberg.
Man!
Yeah, thank you, Allie. No, I agree.
Yeah, I didn't hear it the first time. No.
No, actually, Allie, I don't know if you knew this, but he actually has like a hidden tape in his fucking attic called Shitty's Bits.
Allie, he's the one that fucked up, what's her name? That one chick that was in that movie with Jimmy Fallon about the movie. Fuck!
What?
Wow!
What BS?
Driving on the cliff.
She was in fucking Charlie's Angel. You know who I'm talking about.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, that hoe.
That wasn't his fault.
That we know of.
Oh Lord.
No, that's like a lot of child actors. They go through that stage. Like it's not anything new. Don't blame Steven Spielberg for giving her an opportunity. Shoot.
Man, I'm just saying, E.T. was phoning a hoe somewhere else.
No.
He was phoning the police.
I honestly believe that Steven Spielberg is a great person. Like he just seems like such an honest and great person. No.
ETC bad touch. ET called
no.
Nah.
Like he has children of his own and everything. Like I really do feel like
makes it go deeper.
Louis C.K. has his children of his own.
Yeah.
Nah, Louis C.K. I could see. Steven Spielberg, I feel like nah. Like he's done too many good things. I can't.
Fuck Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, that's why he's done so many good things. That's why we don't suspect it.
No, don't you dare put that out there. Steven Spielberg is safe. Okay.
Hey, I kind of want to hire a private investigator now.
Man,
So we're just going to Hollywood.
I would be so devastated. I might stop becoming a filmmaker at that point. I really would.
Damn.
I'm serious. No, Steven Spielberg. Y'all don't know how freaking influential Steven Spielberg is for me and for a lot of people. That if it were to come out that Steven Spielberg was somehow involved, like sexual harass someone, rape someone, or whatever, so many people would just be like,
actually,
okay, well, you know what? Changing careers.
Okay, I actually have a huge question that I need to ask. I'm just going to ask you, and I'm just going to ask Justin, and that's it. And then we're going to move on, because I'm very, very curious. But I'm going to start with Justin. Justin, in percentage-wise, what percentage of Hollywood, in general, everybody, what percentage of Hollywood do you feel is actually good fucking people that made it with hard work and no politicizing and no weird fucked up background? Like, seriously, like a number. Throw it out there.
I can't even begin to think of that. I mean, it's... Again, we just don't know people. You know, we don't know exactly what they're thinking, what they're capable of. So it's hard to say. You know, again, scripturally thinking, there is no man who is actually good. You know, everyone is capable of committing horrible, horrible things. So I don't even.
Let me ask you this: with everything happening, does this make you enjoy film and the industry less, or no?
No, I mean that's the thing. It's that it's. You know, I mean, it's sad. I mean, I still want to watch Kevin Spacey movies, even though I don't want to, you know, support any of the actions he did or excuse the damage he caused people. You know, it's the sad fact. I mean, you know, Usual Suspects isn't about. I mean, Kevin Spacey is a central part of that movie. Obviously, he's the main figure of that thing, but his allegations are not part of that story. Like American Beauty might be hard to rewatch, I would say. But
oh yeah, you're fucking telling me.
But to be fair, I liked American Beauty. I never loved it as much as everybody else, so that's not too much a problem for me.
Yeah, and okay, same two questions. I'm gonna re-say them because I'm pretty sure I probably fucked up my my terminology in the beginning. But like, yeah, take a percentage of all of Hollywood. What percentage do you think, Allie, is actually good in the industry?
No, I do believe that there is a good percentage, more so than bad, in Hollywood. This is just this. It's awful because obviously these people are very powerful. So in powerful positions, these people definitely do, you know, take advantage. But I do believe that there are a ton of good people who are honest and want to earn respect the honest way. I do believe that there's more good than bad in Hollywood. It's just that the people who are bad are the people who are the most powerful, and it sucks.
And if that wasn't the case, like if that wasn't the case, would it ruin the industry for you? Like when you hear things like this, does it make you enjoy the industry less, or do you still appreciate film the same way and still have a passion for it?
I mean, it definitely does affect the way I look at the industry. You know, I mean, growing up, I think everyone went through this. Like growing up, you look at Hollywood and you're like, wow, it's such a glamorous place. You know, somewhere I would love to be. Like holding an Oscar one day, you know, or you know, just having that honor of working with so many different types of people that you've always like looked up to, and you always knew that Hollywood kind of was, yeah, it's not all that it's cracked out to be. But I don't think, I definitely do think, obviously, that there were producers out there that were, you know, corrupt and you know, like taking advantage of these young women or men. But this is just crazy. And just to find out all this is happening to people that we thought were decent human beings, it out of like left field, left and right, you know, like it is disheartening, and it does make me question. It did make me question, like, do I really want to get into this industry?
Especially as a girl.
Yeah, especially as a female, getting into an industry that's like, I'm not an actress, but like I could be more taken advantage of behind the camera in a way, you know? Like, who knows what goes on in production. Yeah, so it does make me skeptical and scared. But at the same time, if you have a passion for something, and, you know, nowadays there's just so many outlets to express yourself, and maybe you don't need to go to Hollywood, you know? Like, you can still have... Yeah, you can make a really great living through other means that are much more, you know, fair to people. Yeah. So, you know, it's possible, but yeah, I don't think that people should feel discouraged to getting in. At least this is coming to light. Now people are going to look at this and they're going to definitely make sure that in the future this doesn't, you know, they're not going to do this. Whether it's the people who think about doing it, they're going to think twice. And if it happens, then people are going to get fired for it. It's not going to be something that's going to be able to cover up so easily now, because everyone's having a dialogue about it. And I just hope that this translates again to other fields other than Hollywood, especially like I cannot imagine how, again, the modeling industry is, because can you imagine? It's probably 10 times worse in the modeling industry. You hear that thing come out about that photographer that was just like rape and shit too. Yeah, and even like in sports, did you hear about that doctor that was actually like raping all of these girls? No. And he didn't get. Yeah, no, he got. This guy is huge. Like, he during the like last Olympics, the Summer Olympics, he was busy like fondling with these girls and just like invading their privates and everything. This was going on in the last Olympics, and he's just now getting prosecuted for it. But like over 200 females gymnasts came out saying like, yes, this man violated me. Like, just that is just in sports even. And as a doctor, someone in a field that is someone that you should trust, like, to make sure that you're healthy and you know, all this stuff. It's horrible. You don't know who does this. It's crazy. It's just, I hope that this just, you know, translates again to other fields everywhere, you know, not just Hollywood.
Yeah. And it's just hard to, especially that these are things that you can't just say sorry or pay money to reparations for. Like, there's no right way to repay damages caused by these kind of crimes, and that's what makes it just so intense, the way that it's being, you know, the reaction is, kind of thing. There's just no right way to address it other than just giving care to the victims, you know, as much as we can, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I'm just kind of like, at this point, just start telling people. I don't want to hear that excuse anymore. Of the fucking like, I need my job, I need to do things. Flip a couple of burgers and act your ass off. Someone else will fucking find you and pick you up. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, until they blacklist your ass.
Yeah.
It's a little more complicated than that. I really do understand people that it's tough too. Some people don't register it right away. They can't believe it. They kind of push it out of their mind. You know, I can't speak. Yeah, I can't speak because I've never had, luckily, I've never had to deal with anything like this. But I just can't imagine what people must go through when they've been violated like that. First of all, it's embarrassing to them. It shouldn't be, but it is embarrassing to admit to anyone else that you've been raped or you've been assaulted like this. So, you know, it's just like, you can't imagine how it is mentally for that person. And, you know what, I think that, like, safety in numbers is definitely a factor in this. Like, people felt, okay, I can come out and say this now because someone else spoke up. I can speak up too, and I can speak up, and this person and that person, and now all of this is coming out. Because, yeah, people feel more safe when there's other people like, oh, people are going through the same thing. Yeah, me too. And I just didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be prosecuted or, you know, I just didn't want to be looked a certain way or whatever. But, yeah, now so many people are coming out because they feel so much more secure when there's others that have gone through the same experience.
Yeah, so... Like I said, I'm actually really glad we ended that way with all the stupid shit that we've been saying.
I still have more.
No,
we're done.
We done. No, but people, thank you very much for joining us. We're finally back. The Midnight Chat Attack is back. Back to regular scheduled program. I know we didn't do the Wednesday thing. It's because I was still hating on New York and New York's fucking pizza. And
which you didn't have.
Delicious.
But no, seriously, like, before we go, just really quick, just shout out to everyone. I don't do these whole toasties, like, you know, whatever the fuck thing, because I'm just not a happy person. But seriously, it was awesome meeting all of you. Same with you, Justin. Like, it was fucking awesome, dude. I cannot wait till the fucking next one. I mean, are we all in acceptance of, like, yeah, we're probably all going to be going to the Chicago show once DT does that? No? Not you?
Nah, just because, like, I'd rather just save the money and go to the Austin.
I mean, my brother lives in Chicago, so maybe I can room with him. It just depends on time and money kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Who knows? I mean, you never know when Corey's going to want to, like, announce whenever the fuck that's going to be. But I know for sure that, yes, I will be going to all of these. So anytime you guys want to, like, meet up, tell me to fuck off in person, let me know.
Hey, maybe we'll do one of these shows where you actually... Yeah, maybe we'll do one of these shows where you show your face. So
I just showed my face this whole week.
Well, I mean, no, like live, like this, like you know, unmasking Nick Diaz for the public.
I actually had to get my webcam. That's a lie.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
How many times have I heard that on Catfish?
So has this MCA just been secretly the longest episode of Catfish ever?
No, this is actually not Catfish. This is a spinoff called Cat Bitch.
Oh no!
So
no.
Wait, what was that?
Stop.
You're failing. I was trying to stop you, man.
It was Cat Bitch. I loved it.
Quit while you're ahead.
That was funny. That was great, man. Fuck you guys. I'm about to attack this goddamn chat, people. Ganja, you do the. Wait, actually, before we even get wait. No. Hold on. One more thing. I forgot about something. But put those away really quick, because we're not gonna get all sexual.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I know.
Aww. Especially after the conversation we just had. No. But anyways, I am going to be playing up the Rabbit, the MCA Rabbit. So people, yes, like we're doing the after hours. I don't know who's actually going to be there. I know I most likely probably will. But it will be fun. There's no videos we're watching. We're just going to chill.
Nah, just chilling.
Yeah, just having a good time. Yeah, I know Julian's in the chat too. If you guys want to hear some more New York stories or whatever the fuck, come on in. It'll be cool as fuck. Now, Ganja, I'm so sorry for stopping you. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Attack.
Attack.
Fuck New York.